Blues get it to the red line, in over the blue line. Buchnevich, toe drag between the legs, wrap around, back in, and hit the side of the net. Goes back in behind the goal. The Dallas Stars are going to break to the neutral zone. Heiskanen on the near wing. Backdoor, far side. Dallas scores. Jamie Benn. Wide open, got it past Binnington to a sprawl open net, and the Stars take a 5-4 lead. 22.1 to go. I don't believe it.
Let's get nasty on a Thursday. It's a Fast Lane on 101 ESPN with Andrew Marsh and Kerry Davis. I'm Anthony Stalter. Jamie will be back with us tomorrow. I know what Kerbs means. Chris Kerber on the call last night, Blues Radio Network. He said, I don't believe it.
Why not?
You do, though. I'm sure he does. When you say I don't believe it, in that case, I think what he doesn't believe is that once again this is already happening. So it's kind of like I don't know if it's ironic or it's an oxymoron. I don't know. But we all kind of felt it last night. If you heard the call, we probably had similar results or similar thought process. But here's the deal with this. This is the team's identity, and it's really unfortunate. The 25-26 Blues. This has been the pattern. This is not a one-off. Come back from down 2 in the third period, tie the game late, get contributions from key guys like Carey, Snuggerud, Buchnevich, Torpchenko. Compete hard against a cup contender. We haven't seen that all the time, of course, but Dallas is a damn good team. They've competed hard. Third straight loss to Dallas in the final minute. Another game where effort showed up after being dominated. This is the identity of the Blues for much of this season. And this is, unfortunately, the good identity.
You know, we complain about consistency, Anthony, and
no, they're consistent, all right.
They are consistent. They're going to lose to the Dallas Stars with roughly between a minute and change left. They're going to lose.
They're going to lose after the 2-minute warning.
Yeah. And that final goal by Ben, I was rewatching it, and the announcer even mentioned it. He said, man, the Blues are just puck watching. And you got 5 guys, eyes glued to what was it, Heiskanen? that made the pass. They're glued to him. Mm-hmm. And Ben is over there like, hey, look at me. I'm open. And all 5 of the guys are just looking this way. Pass goes this way, puck in the back of the net. Jordan Binnington, I would have loved to have seen him just slide and maybe stay up, not fall over. But, you know, what can you do? It's just bad hockey. Just a bad way to lose. And yeah, man, I'm thankful though. You know, Anthony, thankful. You get to watch the Olympics.
You're thankful for the break.
No, I'm thankful that the Olympics are here, man. You get to watch some Olympic USA. Yeah, you get to watch some Olympic hockey, cheer for your country.
Best on best
for, I don't know, a couple weeks. Mm-hmm. Man, are you not entertained? You will be.
I am, but I think you're saying something else when you say all that.
What I say. Get to watch Olympic hockey, man.
I feel like there's a hidden message to what Carey's saying.
Man, we all get to watch Olympic hockey.
Can I break this down?
Yeah, sure.
I think Carey's done watching the Blues for a little bit. I think he wants to watch the Olympic team play hockey, which features the best players in the world.
Yeah. Actually, we're all done watching the Blues because it's the Olympics.
I think what he's saying is
he's done.
I'm dying to watch good hockey is what Carey's saying.
Man, I get to watch good hockey when I watch the Blues.
You watched a good team last night play.
Yeah, I get to watch good hockey sporadically.
The Stars.
That's a good hockey team.
The Blues are a good hockey team, just not for 60 minutes.
I will say the Blues have been
so
making...
That means you're not a good hockey team.
Okay.
Right?
Depends on when you're watching.
It means you're an average or below average hockey team.
Yeah, it depends on when you turn the game on, Anthony. You might turn the game on at one point and be like, man, this team is damn good. Maybe like in the first period, you're like, and then maybe you watch the second period, you're like, man, this team stinks. And then you turn it on the beginning of the third period, like, woo, this team is damn good. Look at them go. And you watch the end of the third period, you're like, oh, here we go again. This team stinks. Ebbs and flows, man. Peaks and valleys.
The Blues have been making the games as of recent entertaining.
Boy,
I know it sounds like a crap sandwich, Anthony, but the games have been entertaining.
It's amazing, though. This is where we are right now.
If you like the game of hockey and you like, can I just ask a lot of goals?
Can I ask you guys a very simple question?
Yeah.
What the hell happened?
Well,
like to the team?
The Stars scored more goals than the Blues.
Not last night. I'm talking about how do you go from should have winning, you should have won that Game 7 match against Winnipeg last year, to an off season where we're all excited, we all like the moves, we all like the signings, the Cam Fowler extension and all that stuff, we're all digging it, to training camp, full one under Monty, to now.
I have a theory. Like, I texted the group yesterday while the game was happening. I don't remember, I think it was in the second period. It's after Tyler Tucker he got smoked. Cross check, bow. Almost face hit first, right? They got a scrum in front of the net. And I got to be honest, man, everybody wasn't eager to get into it.
A lot of business decisions.
Everybody wasn't like, you had three stars on one blue. I think it was Shin. They were all going towards him at one time. And there was a couple of guys for the Blues just kind of looking like, man, it sucks for you, brother. Like, if that's your team, I'm going to be honest.
You have to fight them.
No question.
Yeah, you have to fight them.
Me and you have to, like, I had a rule growing up. Like, we had a rule, as friends, we had a rule. Like, if you get into a fight, we get into a fight with some other people, and you don't help, well, then we're going to fight you when we get home. You fighting today.
Yeah.
One way or the other. Mm-hmm. You either going to help us, or you going to get your ass kicked when we get home. Like, and so when I'm watching the Blues, they need to develop that mantra. Either you jump in and help. I got 3 guys skating towards me, and you're standing there like, ooh, man, sucks to be you. I bet you your ass better be damn near in front of me next time. I'm going to punch you in your face. On the ice, in the game, I'm going to drop my gloves and punch you in the face. I'm going to tell them, hold on one second, sir.
Right.
Let me go get him. They're like, no, I'm going to punch him in his face, and I'll come back to you. What are we doing, man? Like, that's a soft-ass mentality that if I'm not willing to fight for my brothers, both literally and figuratively, I'll never be good. Like, my team will never be good. Like, I'm watching it in real time. People making business decisions as your captain has 3 stars skating towards him. One of them got his arm around his neck. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
And you double dutch. Should I go? Should I go?
Yeah, there's no question there. There's just it's all instinct at that point.
Man. It's so. I'm so happy we get to watch some Olympic hockey, man. This is gonna be
couple of weeks off, man. Boys. Couple of weeks off.
Yeah, man.
This has been the team, though, right? For the last couple of years,
100%.
They had a good month and a half. At this point, that's how I'm looking at it. They had a good month and a half. It's like, somebody who's tired all the time, and then they drink one energy drink, and they had a spike of like an hour where they're all, ooh, and then they're
right back to normal.
Oh man,
they're gonna get themselves down to mentality. 2 different locations. I just went to South County. I was
you
there.
Go to Chesterfield.
There you go.
Yep.
Yeah. Get yourself some of that sustained energy, Marsh.
That's what the Blues need, right?
Yeah.
They need a little mentality.
They certainly do.
And they need a new mentality.
Yes,
Man,
they need both. Both versions of said spelling. All right. Well,
man, those Olympics, though.
Good news.
It's going to be fun.
Take a little break here. Take a little break on Blues hockey. I'm sure most of you feel the same way. Are the Cardinals on their way to doing something that used to be a calling card for them? I'll tell you what that is next on 101 ESPN.
Welcome back to the Fast Lane. I'm Kerry Davis, joined by Anthony Stalter and Andrew Marsh. And we talked about it before the break. Are the Cardinals on their way to becoming Major League Baseball's most dangerous mid-market team once again? Marsh, you drew this one up, and kind of want to know what you were thinking on this.
Well, I've been excited about what I've been seeing out of Chaim Bloom and the Cardinals farm system. According to Baseball America, they rank second now.
Okay.
Last year, 18th. That's a massive jump for the Cardinals.
In 1 year.
Massive jump. Massive jump. So that gets me excited because what this team used to be, they were a team that developed players. Albert Pujols, Yadier Molina, like those were the guys. Those were the dudes that we all came to know and love, and they were unbelievable baseball players, but they were homegrown players. And now seeing that the Cardinals are ranked so high, according to Baseball America, with their farm system, based on what we've been watching over the last 5 to 10 years, I'd say, this is a breath of fresh air, and it makes me wonder if this is sort of the genesis of what they used to be, and if they can ultimately get back to that, being a mid-market team.
I think I think what Chaim Bloom and his staff have done in a year's time, I think is amazing. Last I checked, I believe they have 5 or 6 top 100 prospects on the top 100 list with some of the trades that they've made, obviously some of the draft picks that they've had this past season. Like it's really looking up for the Cardinals, and I think that that's a good thing. And I think it's also important to remember, like when we talk about those top 100 draft picks, this is not the St. Louis Cardinals telling you this guy is a top 100 player in baseball. These are, a multitude of people that are making these decisions on who they deem as the best players, the best young players in baseball, the best prospects. And so if you have that many players on this top 100, it kind of leads to saying, okay, the Cardinals are drafting well, they're developing well, they are trading well, they are trying to do the right things in the right order in comparison to what we've seen for the last few years. And Anthony talked about it. You talk about it all the time, pitching being the number one thing that you need for any organization, like the lifeblood of a team, of an organization, essentially, to keep going in the right direction. And they've gone out and gotten plenty of pitching. And it is trending upwards. I think that this is something to be excited about. I know fans we live in a microwave society. Everybody wants it. I need it now. I need it right now. Why can't I win a championship now? Well, sometimes you got to put your food in the oven, Anthony. It's going to take 30 to 40 minutes to cook instead of 2 minutes. It's just life. It tastes better that way too, Anthony.
Probably does, yeah. I mean, most things, certainly. If you need a quick reheat, okay, but the oven's always the best. Yeah, this does feel like the Cardinals, the old Cardinals DNA, so to speak. The Cardinals never bottomed out. They produced their own talent. They supplemented smartly, not recklessly. We like to romanticize sometimes about the Walt Jocketty years, and why wouldn't we? I mean, the Walt Jocketty years produced some of the best teams and the best talent. The 2014, for my money, was always absolutely hands down the best team that I have seen since since Tony La Russa took over in the 90s. Team didn't win, but it had all the makings of a team that could be a dynasty in Major League Baseball with the way the talent was. Walt Jocketty, though, he made smart moves. He made sophisticated moves. He made moves that, in conjunction with Dave Duncan's coaching from a pitching standpoint and Tony La Russa's ability to maximize a bullpen and the way that he got the most of his talent, it all worked in conjunction. That's, I think, what the Cardinals are trying to get to. And it does start with pitching. That was always the lifeblood of the Cardinals. Now, it didn't always come from the farm system, as we know. When they got Chris Carpenter from Toronto, Dave Duncan realized there were some tweaks, and if Carpenter could stay healthy, there's some tweaks and things like that they could make, that Chris Carpenter become a stud, and he wound up being the ace that club needed. They're going to need to develop that guy. Hopefully it's Liam Doyle. If it's not Liam Doyle, it's somebody else within that organization. But I do think he's got the makeup of a Chris Carpenter, right? But I think that when you look at where the Cardinals are headed, the way that they're approaching things, it's a vital start, but it is just a start. They got to get to a point where they are supplementing talent. Adding guys when they need to. That doesn't mean go to free agency and select whatever you need recklessly.
Right.
It means, how do we add the right pieces to this roster? Sometimes we got to spend a little money. Sometimes we got to give up some prospects to get that guy. But how do you do it in a smart way?
And the hope is you develop that guy, right?
Yeah.
And you develop a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why you need all these players, right? To see if it works out, right? You know, for me, I growing up, I think I grew up in like just the best time to be a Cardinals fan because there's just won all the time. And so things are different now for people my age. But do you think baseball has shifted now? The game itself has shifted to where a mid-market team like the 2000 Cardinals, the 2010 Cardinals, can that team still exist within the modern day Major League Baseball?
I mean, if we're talking about winning a World Series,
like sustained
every year,
pennant, like chasing a pennant, getting to the NLCS, can they do that in modern day baseball?
I mean, well,
It depends on how well the players develop, doesn't it? Like, I think you can draft and you can, scout, you can develop, you can make trades and get high-level prospects, but those players still have to develop into really good baseball players, and then they have to perform. Like, I don't know that you can say, based on what's happening now, that it's automatically going to equal what should happen later. I think you have to watch it pan out and actually see, because you might be surprised. You might have some guys that aren't on this top 100 list that are better than some of the guys that are on the top 100 list.
Let me ask you this, little Marsh.
Yeah.
So let me counter your question with another question. How do you feel about the Brewers?
I think the Brewers, what they do is extremely, I don't want to say extremely successful because they haven't won anything of significance, but they are competitive every year. They go to the playoffs. I don't view the Cardinals as the Brewers. I hold the Cardinals to a higher standard.
Okay.
I think my point is, back in the day, you're signing Albert Pujols for $100 million. You're not doing that these days. So when you do develop these guys, and let's say a few of them, hopefully at least one, becomes a superstar, are you going to be able to retain them and have sustained success? Like, again, you're not signing Albert Pujols to a $100 million contract in 2026.
Right. I think I could be naive because a lot of people, that's what you just illustrated is one of the concerns I think a lot of Cardinals fans have. You hire this guy that cut his teeth in the Tampa Bay organization. Well, Tampa Bay is notorious for developing talents and then trading it or watching it hit the free agent market and not having the means to re-sign those players. I think it's going to be a draft, develop, and then retain. You might not retain everybody, but you're going to retain your young homegrown talent. That at least is my hope, and maybe I'm naive when I think that, but it's not as if the Cardinals ownership has been notoriously cheap like the Tampa Bay organization has been or Pittsburgh or name your other bottom feeder. Have they been frugal? Yeah. But let's not forget, they did pay Arenado a lot of money. They did pay Goldschmidt a lot of money. They had no issue giving guys like Adam Wainwright or Miles Michaelis or whoever anywhere between $18 to $25 million. I think they'll pay, but I think it's going to be a situation where if the dollar amount doesn't match what they feel like the future production is going to be, then they'll let those guys walk. But I don't think it's going to be a cookie-cutter approach like the Rays have. Hey, develop these guys, don't sign them.
You brought up the Brewers. Would you rather the Cardinals be the Brewers or the Atlanta Braves? And keep in mind, Atlanta
Braves.
just missed the playoffs.
Yeah.
And the Brewers just had the best record in baseball in 2025.
I think we'd all agree that the Braves model is one that we would love to see the Cardinals have. Draft guys, draft young guys, but not be afraid to make those risks. Not be afraid to take those risks when the opportunity strikes. You lose Freddie Freeman, who are you going to replace him with? Matt Olson. They have made moves, and then of course they've been ahead of some of their young signings. The Ozzie Albies deal is a steal. If Ronald Acuna ever stayed healthy, that contract would have been a massive steal. Michael Harris, though, you know what?
But if you hit 3 out of 4?
Right.
Like, I mean, that's like gambling. Like if you're hitting on 3 of the 4 things that you took a gamble on, you're still successful.
Sure.
Now, if you miss on 3 out of the 4, then you are in bad shape, and you're looking at contracts with no movement clauses, no trade clauses, and you're saying to yourself, "Man, I can't even get these guys off the roster if I chose to. I wanted to, I can't do it because I gave these guys long-term contracts, and they're not playing well." But the Braves, fortunately for them, somehow, those guys hit, and then you only miss on 1, and so you look at it and you say, it's okay, not a bad thing, we're good. Not that other teams would miss on 3 or 4 guys.
No. I think you kind of went to the extreme.
Yeah, that was a big extreme. Okay,
Yeah.
you're right.
I wouldn't want that situation.
Nobody would want that.
Since 2018, the Brewers lost in the NLCS, lost in the wild card, lost in the wild card, lost in the divisional series, missed the playoffs with an 86-76 team. They finished second that year.
I think that was the year the Cardinals
Came back, yes. They lost in the wild card. They lost in the wild card, and they lost in the NLCS. There's a measure of success there, and a sustained success. They've made the playoffs every year outside of 1 since 2018. If that's the starting point, that's a great starting point. But I do agree with you, Marsh, and maybe some other frustrated Cardinals fans when they say that's not good enough. I agree. How they get over that hump? Do they have more means to throw at the roster to make a bigger signing so that they don't have a bunch of wild card losses and you feel like unbelievable season, 90 plus win season goes for naught? I hope so.
I think those numbers those playoff appearances that you ran off are success for the Milwaukee Brewers. I don't think that would be success for the St. Louis Cardinals.
I agree, but you gotta get back to sustained success somehow, right? Like
Agreed.
That's kind of my point.
But
Like,
if the Cardinals are in that position in 2 years and they have that level of success, air quotes, that the Milwaukee Brewers have had for the next 10 years, I don't think that's success for the Cardinals. Like, I don't think it's deemed successful because of who you are. And the only way I can compare it is, I remember I was coaching high school.
Yeah.
And we were playing a rival school. Well, not a rival school. We went to another school, and they had plaques up and shirts for like winning the district. And I was like, man, we ain't never thought about doing that.
Yeah.
Like, because my high school, we celebrated state championships.
Sure.
Like, so it never crossed my mind to, why would you have a shirt for winning district? Like, it literally blew my mind to see it. I'm like, what the hell are they doing?
It's an expectation.
It's an expectation to win district and be playing for state. That was so. There are certain places where the expectations are vastly greater than other places. Like, and that's no knock to that school. That was a damn good accomplishment for them. But for us, it was like, man, okay, cool. So I think that the Cardinals are in that when you have, sustained success and a legacy and a history of being successful. We talk about second most championships in Major League history. Like, when you talk about that, just making it to the wild card 3 out of 4 years and making it to an NLCS and then not making it, then okay, we made it. I don't think that does anything for people.
Yeah.
To get there now, let's do it. But if that's where you are for the next 8 to 10 years,
sure.
After you make it to that, that's not success in my opinion.
I agree, but can I hurt everybody's feelings here for a second? Can I make everybody mad?
Sure. Like Carey and I, or the listeners?
You guys and the listeners, because
Okay.
I'm gonna say something that's gonna hurt everybody's feelings, but it's still the truth.
You're gonna apologize after?
I'm not gonna apologize.
Not even a fast lane apology?
Nope.
What do you got?
Here's the reality. Like, somebody at some point, and I'm shocked I'm this person because I'm not an adult, but somebody's gonna be the adult in the room.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Say it, Anthony.
Do you know how many playoff wins the Cardinals have in 10 years?
3.
Let me try and guess here. So 20.
Kerry says 3. 10
Okay.
the last 10 years.
Last
Do you know how
10
many
years.
playoff wins the Cardinals have?
So they have 1 against the Cubs. They had at least 3 against the Braves. They got swept by the Nationals, so there's 4. They took 1 game, I believe, against the Padres. That's 4. No, I'm sorry, that's 5. 5.
Okay. And how many in that one season when they went to the NLCS and got swept by the Nationals?
Well, that would have been 3.
3 out of those 5, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so
In
2
10 in 10 years.
Yeah, and one of them was the COVID year.
Exactly.
So what are you saying, Anthony?
What I'm saying is,
What are you trying to bring us down about? Like we are already down. You know what I mean?
we keep thinking about the Cardinals
The old Cardinals.
same way that we did when we were like,
It's not your father's Cardinals.
yeah, it's not.
But
They have to-
it still is, though.
They have to reestablish. You have to see my opinion.
build.
You have to earn the right. You have to earn the right to say wild card's not good enough. I'm with you. I agree. I completely agree. Do not have the standard of let's just get in because that was awful.
I hated that.
That was awful. Should have never came out of Mo or DeWitt's mouths. We just got to get it. No, I completely agree with what you're saying, Carey. But the reality is you have to earn that right to be competitive again. We're scoffing at the Brewers. I don't want to be the Brewers. They can't win in the playoffs. Sustained success. You have to start. You have to start over. You have to reestablish that. Because the more we keep going to, well, this isn't good enough, this offseason, all that stuff, we're the Cardinals. Okay, great. Part of the reason why you're here is because the league has lapped you.
It's like in Mario Kart when you spin out because of a banana.
Yeah.
Or one of those little ghost things that
Yeah.
splat ink on you. Or what are those things called?
Yeah.
Ink busters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Bullet Bill ends up getting you or something.
Oh yeah, that's bad. Knocks you all the way off the road. We got to readjust for
But you know what, Anthony?
3 to 5 seconds.
We got a couple shells. And this team's gonna start knocking people down. And we're gonna go past them. We're gonna get a star. And we're just gonna right past them. This is the genesis of the
Who's
new
the star?
Cardinals baseball.
What star are we getting?
You know, you hit one of the boxes, you get a star, and you go,
but who's our star that
Burleson.
St. Louis Star.
that excels us? Okay.
Yeah. All right. Let's go. You know?
Yeah.
Let's go. I'm ready for the Cardinals to be great again. But we're not there right now.
We will be.
We will be.
Eventually.
I like that attitude, Mark. It all
That's
starts with
much
a good
better
attitude.
than what you had us feeling. Thank you. But thank you for the reality
But we
check.
needed to get the reality check, and
It's not
then-
like we don't have enough reality in St. Louis sports now.
It's pretty bad. What's trending is next on 101 ESPN.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. Another tough one for the Blues last night. They lose to the Dallas Stars by a final score of 5-4. We talked about that earlier in the show. If you missed that conversation or if you missed anything from today's show, make sure you go to 101ESPN.com or check out the free Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. Just head to the podcast page and you will find all of our shows there. And it's all brought to you by the Schaefer Door Company. We'll talk more Blues hockey at 3:15 with Chris Kerber, but coming up next, we're going to dive into what's trending. I'm Andrew Marsh, and this Sports Center update is brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
What are the hot topics in the sports world?
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
Here's what's trending.
Welcome back to the Fast Lane here on 101 ESPN with Anthony Stalter and Carey Davis. I'm Andrew March, and it's time for What's Trending. Gentlemen, we touched on this very, very briefly at the end of yesterday's show. We wanted some of the information, more information to come out about what happened with Gavin McKenna. You look at the headlines, and it is saying that, he is being charged with felony assault. And all these different things, and people are saying all these different things about what actually happened. Everything's alleged, right? But what were your thoughts if you had the chance to sort of dive into this story? What did you take away from what transpired with one of the top prospects for the NHL?
Well, we weren't there, but as we're gathering the information is apparently that this person that wound up getting injured was saying a lot of things about Gavin McKenna's mother. Allegedly. Said some things, crossed the line. McKenna put him down. If I'm a team and I'm looking at this situation and I have an opportunity to draft Gavin McKenna, and I will only speak for myself, if his side of the story matches up with whatever facts I have, and that's the truth, that this guy was going on and on and on and on, said something about the kid's mother and he decked him, I would ask myself, would I have done the same thing? And I absolutely would have. Now, my mother's Italian, so she would have put the fool down herself.
I was thinking the same thing.
She would have. I would have had to hold her back.
Right.
All right. But would I have done the same thing? Yes. Was it the right thing to do? That's your morals. That's your principles. I'm just going to speak for myself. All right. A lot of other people, I already see somebody in the snake pit say McKenna should have walked out. If that is your morals, your beliefs, your principles, I got no problem with that. If that's what you feel is right and wrong, go for it. There's a gray area here. I'm just talking about what I would do. Dude would have been down. And if I'm drafting, I would gather the facts and say, hey, would I have done this too? Yeah. Is there anything else in his background? Like, is this a pattern of behavior? All of a sudden, somebody's always saying something about his mother and he decks somebody? If not, isolated incident, let's go forward. That, again, I'm just saying from my perspective.
I probably, not probably, I mean, hell, man, listen.
Carey, you called me at 3 a.m.
I did. I thought something happened, and I was, sorry, man, I can't help myself. I definitely, I do believe that first you should try to walk away. But if, I know this to be true. Like, when you are a professional athlete or on the cusp of becoming a professional athlete, people do things like there are trolls exist. Like there are people who are on this planet specifically to antagonize you because they have nothing else going on in their life. I am certain, because they're jealous of your status, they're jealous of what you have, they're jealous of what you're gonna have, they're jealous because why don't I have that? They feel they and I don't know if that's the situation with this situation, but I know in my life I've experienced those people. The best thing to do is to walk away. If someone is approaching you or attacking you or in your personal space, then I don't think there's anything wrong with punching somebody in the face. Get away. Why are you walking towards me? Why are you here? If words are being exchanged, I would probably say, hey, man, don't do that. And I do believe that sometimes people do what you allow them to do. So if you get punched in the face for being disrespectful, you might not be disrespectful anymore, at least for the time while your mouth is wired shut. Just saying. And so, I don't know. There's I looked this up because I remember this from a while ago. There's I believe it's in Washington State and in Texas. Texas code 22.06, where you can challenge someone to a duel.
What?
And in said challenge, if, no weapons can be used, obviously, if someone gets reasonably injured and they accept said challenge, that's you go to court, that's your defense. I challenged him to a duel. And the confirmation is he put his hands up to fight. He said, yes, I will fight you. And now we're fighting. Fists only. And then if there are criminal charges, that can be your defense. So, I think we should all have this Texas law where I can actually challenge you to a duel. Texas Penal Code 22.06. All right, challenge you to a duel.
Like a
just
Yu-Gi-Oh
fisticuffs. Just fists. No violent weapons. Can't use any outside. Can't. It has to be one-on-one. But hey, man, challenge somebody to a duel and they nod their head, punch them in their face.
Yeah,
in Texas, according to Penal Code 2206. I'm not a lawyer, so I don't take that advice literally.
Carey doesn't know what website he's on, so just.
I'm interested to see what transpires from this and the more information that comes out. So I'm definitely going to be continuing to monitor this whole situation. But, aside from this whole situation, I think social media has allowed people to sort of have the mindset of you can say and be disrespectful. You can say whatever you want, and there's no consequence to what you say because you can sort of hide behind a keyboard. I'm not saying that that's what happened here, but I'm just saying I feel like that is sort of the world that we live in now, where if you do say something disrespectful, there's really no consequence to your actions. And I think that's unfortunate given where, society is right now. But yeah, no, this is definitely a shock to the NHL world, especially with him being such a highly coveted prospect. I'm definitely, like I said, interested to monitor this situation.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what Jamie says too, because Jamie had a similar situation. He got into a fight. I don't know what the time frame was, a couple of weeks, maybe a week before the draft, and he wound up falling in the draft. And I'm interested to know what his thoughts are on this. Somebody who did plenty of fighting throughout his days. He may say, I would have instructed McKenna, if that was my kid, to walk away and be the bigger person, like some in the snake pit are suggesting. Again, I'm not, there's some judgment going on in the snake pit. That's why I said, whatever your principles and morals or beliefs are, those are yours. Fantastic. I got mine. So determine what's right or wrong when you weren't in that situation. I'm not gonna judge a kid for something that if I was in the same spot, hypothetically, I would probably have done the same thing. But it's completely up to it's your beliefs, your morals. It's up to you.
The tough part is there are charges though that are associated with.
Well, there's
with
consequences for. Hey, the guy who got knocked out, consequences for his actions. Gavin McKenna will face consequences for doing that. So I hope the kid doesn't fall too far in the draft, and that's one of the consequences. But it's a bad situation.
Keep your hands. Just walk away.
He probably should have.
Break the wrist.
But I'm not going to judge a kid. I'm not going to judge that kid for doing what he did. And my Carey Davis.
This guy's going to duel somebody. This guy wants to duel, Anthony. And I'm not talking
anymore,
about
man.
playing cards either. We're talking about fisticuffs.
Not anymore.
Carey Davis, I know.
No.
Your body bag.
Man, I'm all about peace, man.
Now, whose journey to the title game is more compelling? Indiana or Seattle? We'll get into that next on 101 ESPN. The State Farm Missouri Valley Conference Men's Basketball Championship Arch Madness is coming back to the Enterprise Center. It's a St. Louis tradition. If you haven't gone there yet or you haven't taken part of the Missouri Valley Conference Arch Madness tournament, you're missing out. March 5th through the 8th at the Enterprise Center this year. They're celebrating the 50th year of heart racing excitement, the last 36 years right here in St. Louis. 5 decades of showcasing buzzer beaters, one in which that I was in attendance for the championship game about 5-6 years ago. Madness, championship glory, it's all there at Enterprise Center. And we are presenting, 101 ESPN is presenting the Family Fun Pack. It's 4 tickets, 4 sodas, 4 popcorns for $105. And you can get coupons that are available at archmadness.com. But if you haven't checked it out and maybe you got a young one that's starting to get into basketball or really likes basketball, it's a perfect opportunity to take the family down there, and you don't have to worry about sodas and popcorn and, wait, what are we going to eat? It's all available in the Family Fun Pack presented by 101 ESPN. So, again, check it out March 5th through the 8th at Enterprise Center. It's the Missouri Valley Conference Men's Basketball Championship, State Farm's Arch Madness. Check it out at archmadness.com. Marsh posed this question to Carey and I in the office, and I thought it was interesting. Whose journey is more compelling? Indiana, which just won the national championship under Curt Cignetti, or Sam Darnold and the Seahawks? For me, it's a no-brainer. It's Indiana. Indiana just won a national championship in football. In football.
Yeah.
We've seen reclamation projects in the NFL before. That does not mean that Sam Darnold's journey is not compelling. But the man did quarterback a Minnesota Vikings team last year that won how many? 14 games?
13.
13 games. Went to the playoffs.
No, it was 14.
Yeah, that was 14.
and 3.
14-3, yeah, I forgot.
So 14-3. Sam Darnold had
I don't count that Jaguar game. He was terrible in that game.
Okay, well, the Vikings won.
I'm just kidding.
We knew Sam Darnold had it in him. But Indiana, Curt Cignetti, it's not like the prime Nick Saban said, you know what? I'm tired of winning at Alabama. I'm going to go to Indiana and I'm going to revive a program that's never won before.
Could you make the same argument, though, that Indiana had a good season last year? Would it be more compelling if Indiana won last year compared to this year?
Yeah, it would have been more compelling, yeah, certainly. But did I say that Indiana won a national championship in football?
You did say that.
Okay,
yeah.
all
I think you left that part out.
Yeah.
But imagine saying Sam Darnold, Super Bowl champion.
It does sound funny.
It doesn't sound funnier than Indiana University
I know.
national champions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's definitely Indiana.
Yeah.
Like it's not even close because it's Indiana. Like who the hell? They were the losingest program in FBS history until last season or this season, the beginning of this year, one or the other. They had more losses than any other football program in ever, Bob. And you're telling me that team won a national championship? Oh, hell yeah. It's what they've done, the turnaround that Indiana's had these past 2 seasons have been miraculous. It has been outstanding to watch. It's amazing. You know, IU people that are all over the country or all over the world are crying in their beers when it happened because, and they should. Like, you should be thrilled that your school was able to have that much of a successful jump over the last couple of years and then capping it off with winning the national championship. If they never won again, the Indiana people would be like, oh, well.
Right.
We got one.
Yeah, we got one.
We did it.
Yeah.
So I think that is Sam Darnold. I don't think it's as much of a surprise because you saw what he did last year. Like if the Vikings won last year, then maybe we could have a conversation because he went from kind of floating around team to team. I see ghosts and not having the success. Panthers, 49ers. Oh, now you're with the Vikings. Oh, okay. And
that team has never won a Super Bowl.
And that team also. So I think if they would have won with Sam Darnold last year and won the Super Bowl, I think you could say that. But you've seen the success of Sam Darnold after one season.
Yeah, I think the comparable to Indiana would be like the Jets making the playoffs last year and winning a Super Bowl this year. You're like, whoa, what happened? The Jets?
At least the Jets have won a Super Bowl.
I know, but it's been
None of us
a
were
while.
alive when that happened.
Super Bowl III, Marsh,
Yeah, we weren't alive.
We're on 60 right now.
Right.
It's been a long time, man.
So
None of us were alive. I mean, there are people.
Yeah, there were people
that are
alive,
watching. Yeah, of course. They're
People did
listening.
exist.
Okay, so
A good football team in New York exists.
yeah,
Or I guess New
Jersey.
Yeah.
I don't know where did they play in New York? They did, I think.
I would assume.
They actually played literally in New York.
Did they?
Yeah.
At the
I think
Polo
they played
Grounds?
or Polo Grounds or Shea Stadium or one of them.
Was Shea Stadium around then? We got to find a
think so.
historian. We sound like young people that don't know anything.
You want to feel old?
Sure.
What was the first Super Bowl you remember watching? Not the first Super Bowl you were alive for, but the first Super Bowl you remember watching, details of the game.
It would be. I feel like it was the Dolphins playing. Did they play the 49ers?
Okay, so you can't. Then that one doesn't count. I'm telling you.
That's the first one I remember though watching.
But can you tell me like a play or two?
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm talking about.
The first one that I remember would be the Buffalo Bills and the Giants.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
90. Was it 90?
Scott Norwood.
Yeah. That's the first one. I went to a Super Bowl party. One of my friends had a bunch of us over there, had a Super Bowl party. That's the first one that I can remember.
Me too.
Like, man. And watching him miss that field goal, I'm like, oh, my God.
I remember being in my parents' family room watching. I think people were over, whatever. I remember the reaction. And all right, now you ready? Marsh, what's the first Super Bowl you remember watching?
So same criteria, because I remember where I was when the Rams played the Titans. So I remember where I was. Do I remember the details of the game in terms of like, well, this happened in the third quarter?
Not all the details. Can you, like a couple of things?
Well, obviously the tackle. I remember that to a degree.
So that was your first Super Bowl?
I won't say that was my first. I will tell you this: the Giants and Ravens Super Bowl, it's like it didn't exist in my head. The Buccaneers and Raiders Super Bowl doesn't exist in my head. The Rams Patriots, when Adam Vinatieri kicked the field goal, I remember I remember that game. That's probably the one where I could write down, this is the first Super Bowl that I was locked into as a young kid.
Yeah.
And I remember exactly where I was, hockey teammates' basement, watching the Rams lose.
Hey.
What year?
That was 2002.
That's the first Super Bowl. This you know what?
Man.
Remember seeing. I was in college.
Yeah, me too.
So were you.
Yeah. I was.
I did that one time with BK. I'm like, what's the first Super Bowl you remember? He goes, Falcons, Broncos. I go,
97 or 98?
it was
That was 98. Yeah.
98. That was the Dirty Bird.
2002.
Which, by the way, there was like old highlights of that. You know how they're showing like old Super Bowls and stuff? There was old highlights of that. I remember, because I was so distraught being a Falcon fan, I remember them getting destroyed in that game. It was still like a 1 or 2 possession game in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
My memory is jacked up on that one because I sat there and
You thought it was over.
I thought it was over right when Eugene Robinson gave up the long touchdown to
I thought you were going to
Sterling
say
Sharp.
when he got
Or Shannon Sharp.
When he was out all night, you thought it was over then.
I did not feel good when the starting free safety and Walter Payton Man of the Year got arrested for soliciting what he thought was a prostitute in Miami. Turned out to be a undercover police officer.
If you went back to the first Super Bowl that you say you remember, could you name every single location that you were in watching said Super Bowl?
I probably could.
Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I probably could.
I remember I slept through the first half of the Patriots-Eagles Super Bowl. I was distraught.
Which one?
The Donovan McNabb?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we were one game away.
because, you played for the Falcons.
I was just like, man, I don't care. I woke up, I think, at like halftime, like, oh,
Yeah.
game is on. Who cares? I was very, very disgruntled.
So my buddy Rob's a huge Eagles fan. I was living in Detroit at the time, and he came up for a Super Bowl party, and I go, I'm just getting hammered. I don't remember that game. Similar idea, Carey. You just decided to drown your sorrows in a nice nap.
Yeah.
I decided to drown my sorrows in a bunch of beer.
I wish I had an opportunity to at least be in that situation, Anthony.
You will.
One day.
Next year.
You know what? I did do that in college when the Vikings lost to the Eagles in the NFC Championship game, because the week prior to that was just elation from me. And I think we had school off like that following Monday. I can't remember if it was the NFC Championship game or if it was the Minneapolis Miracle, but I remember where I was, and it was just unbelievable. Like, it was just like, how did this happen? How did this happen? And then we went straight to the bars.
I remember exactly. I remember exactly where I was and who I was watching that game with. And
Crazy.
I looked at this person and I said, "Hey, I saw Nick Foles play last week against my Falcons. Vikings are going to just pistol whip these guys."
Man, this is an issue. This is why the Cardinals lost the 2004 World Series, because he was so gung-ho on that team winning.
I was very high on that. Yeah.
The Vikings didn't get to play a home Super Bowl because he was so gung-ho on the Vikings winning that game.
Do you know who I told?
The Phillies, they beat the Cardinals when you told me to don't worry about it.
I did, but that was more of a dad thing. I was dadding you.
That was the turtle was sick.
The turtle was sick. Yeah, I knew.
The Cardinals haven't been good sense.
I know. I was just trying to. You were so distraught that day.
I was, for good reason.
And nobody else was here. It was just me.
Just you and I.
But hey, do you know who I told that to? Carey Davis. You and I watched that game.
Which one?
Vikings Eagles NFC Championship game.
Oh, yeah.
Down in Westport Social.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
I could see the moment meant a lot to you too, CJ. When is the best time to trade a player? We'll get into that next on 101 ESPN. Hey, if you're playing or planning on playing the big game, you got to check out my friends at Underdog. If you're not on Underdog yet, then you're in luck. New customers score $75 in fantasy bonus entries when you make your first $5 fantasy entry. Plus, there's new promos dropping daily this week with the Patriots and Seahawks ready to play on Sunday. So if you like making entries and winning money, who doesn't, then Underdog is the place to be for the big game. Again, daily promos dropping in the Underdog app. Playing on Underdog, super easy. Just choose whether or not your players that you choose will go higher or lower on their stats. I think Drake May will go lower on his passing yards this weekend. I think that Sam Darnold will go higher than 19.5 completions. I also like A.J. Barner to go higher than 36.5 receiving yards. How you want to play your entry, completely up to you. But if you get everything right, you can win up to 5,000 times your cash. So what are you waiting for? Download the app today. Use my promo code when they ask you at sign up, Anthony. That's it. Just type in Anthony, and you're going to score $75 in fantasy bonus entries when you play your first $5 on fantasy. Don't forget that promo code, Anthony at Underdog. Make plays, win money. Must be 18 or older in present Missouri. Terms apply. See assets to underdogfantasy.com/web/playing. Get terms _DFS_.html for details concerned with your play. Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncbgambling.org. when's the best time to trade a player? What we're thinking is trading a player like Giannis, for example. Now, Carey would probably claim the best time to trade Giannis is right now to the Golden State Warriors.
Best time ever.
Milwaukee says you can go fast lane yourself because we are going to keep Giannis.
What are they talking about, man? Ridiculous.
Yeah. In general, though.
Well, I was thinking about, for the past few years now, we had the trade deadline trades a few years ago with O'Reilly and Tarasenko for the Blues. And then this offseason, we've had trades of Wilson Contreras and Nolan Arenado, Sonny Gray, Brendan Donovan. Last year or 2 years ago, I thought they should have traded Ryan Helsley, and everyone in the room laughed at me. Never forget that moment. But
they did trade Ryan Helsley.
No, at the trade deadline 2 years ago.
We laughed you out of the room.
He was leading the league in saves, and you all were like, he's leading the league in saves. What are you going to do? Anthony, they ain't going to make the playoffs. You don't trade them. I was like, dude, it's the best time to trade him. He's like, this guy, listen to him. And so I went home, thought about it, and wrote some notes down, and then I scratched them off, and I was better afterwards.
Did you keep them, though?
I wrote some names down. I scratched them off, though. It's okay.
Is my name on there?
It was.
If it makes you feel any better, people were pissed at me because I said they should have traded Goldschmidt.
I said the same thing at that time. So for me, when you're looking at a roster, your current roster, right? So for the Cardinals over the past couple of years, I felt like those trades needed to happen, in the offseason to prepare yourself to give the playing time for players that were kind of being held captive because of some other players in their way. And I'm looking at the Blues and I'm saying, so you have an opportunity with the trade deadline approaching here in about a month or so after the Olympic break. Is it best to trade these players now, or do you wait until the offseason? Is it best to trade a player because they're a pending UFA, or do you want to trade a player that still has term left on his contract? Does it matter in a case like the Blues, right? How they're playing and how this team is going. Does it even matter what you get in return when you know without a shadow of a doubt you have to shake some things up for this team to find a way to get better? Like, is the return as important as, I got to get this guy off the roster so that we can be better somehow, some way? So for me, what's the best time or looking at it, when's the best time to trade a player? Yeah,
in general, where are you as an organization? I think you should start there. If you're a team that, the Blues are in a tough spot because we saw this same group, they should have won a playoff series last year, right? But that was obviously the exception. So
that was fool's gold.
Yeah, well, obviously it is. If you're a team like the Cardinals and you got a Brendan Donovan on your hands that will net you things for your future, and you're all about the future right now, then trading Brendan Donovan makes sense. If you go to the NFL, the Raiders should absolutely trade Max Crosby this offseason.
You think so?
Yeah. What are you gonna win with Max Crosby next year? Unless you think that Clint Kubiak, the combination of Clint Kubiak and Fernando Mendoza. I got it.
You almost did it.
Yeah. No. I went Fernando.
Okay.
Yeah. I stopped because I'm like, is it Fernando? If you feel like the combination of Clint Kubiak and Fernando Mendoza is going to net you a playoff appearance next year, then by all means keep Max Crosby. But I think now's the time to trade him because you don't have enough on your roster.
Right.
Like now's the time to do it. So I guess it all depends.
So because there's also a thought that football, basketball, you can make those trades kind of not at the trade deadline, but in the offseason. Hockey as well. Offseason, before the draft, kind of use that as some draft capital to give something, get something in return. I think, and just a text here says, personally, I think you trade them when their value is the highest. But when is that? Like some players, unless
you're competing,
Okay,
right? Like
if you're competing, you're not trading them.
Yeah.
If the Blues were sorry, I mean cut you off. But if the Blues were in a position where they're like 3 to 5 points out of a playoff spot, you're not thinking about trading anyone. But they're at the bottom of the damn league.
The Braves, for example, though, the Braves, you have to understand when you're having just a bad season and you expect to continue, it's just a bump in the road. Like I expect the Braves to be a contender next year. they shouldn't. They didn't make the playoffs last year, so they shouldn't just trade a whole bunch of guys this offseason. So I get what they're saying. If you are in a position where you need future assets, it probably makes sense to trade them when their value is the highest and just be aggressive with it. But if you plan on contending in the next couple of years, I don't know why you'd be giving away players.
Well, and also, I think you have to do an internal assessment. Does this player who has a ton of skill, can he ultimately win?
Right.
Is he a winner?
And now we're going back to the Blues. Let's talk to Chris Kerber. Speaking of the Blues, let's talk to Chris Kerber next on 101 ESPN.
Hey, it's no secret that February is the best month to get a deal on a new HVAC system. That's right, February. It's a great month. Here's why. Right now, Classic Air Care has a free water heater when you purchase a new system. All right, that's a massive value. Classic Air Care has generators as well, so be prepared if you lose power during a winter storm. Classic Air Care is offering a $1,500 off special on them now. And how about this? And I've got one of these in my house, a whole home humidifier. If the dry winter and the dry air has kind of got you down, well, Classic Air Care has $100 off a whole home humidifier as well. So we're talking you can get a free water heater if you've been in the market for a new HVAC system. Now's the time to pull the trigger on that. They've also got a fantastic deal on generators to make sure that you're prepared when it comes to power outages. How about the whole home humidifier? The bottom line is when it comes to Classic Air Care, you're going to get fantastic service. You're going to get fantastic customer relations. Brady was great and helped me understand why my filters weren't lasting long enough and getting clogged. I appreciate his knowledge and walked me through my issues and how to avoid future problems. That was from Zach. Those are the kind of reviews that get you a 4.8 Google rating. You can trust the folks at Classic Air Care. They're taking care of my home. They'll take care of yours. It's Classic Air Care, making people comfortable since 1926.
Everything St. Louis Blues as we head into the Blues booth on 101 ESPN. Presented by Boardwalk Hardwood Floors. Find your perfect new floor at boardwalkhardwood.com.
It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. We're at the Intramarcia, Carey Davis. I'm Anthony Stalter. Let's head to the Kellier and Thompson phone line where voice of the Blues, Chris Kerber's on the line right now. Kerbs, how are you?
Anthony, I'm good. How are you?
Good. Kerbs, before we dive into last night's game, first opportunity to talk to you following the Nick Bjugstad trade. What were your takeaways there?
Yeah, honestly, it's not one that I saw coming. Because I was thinking kind of maybe some bigger things there, but I look at it and on its face, there's a couple of realities. One, you've got a player that was in and out of the lineup. They had him interchanging with Matthew Joseph and other guys, and so in that sense, maybe the role that they had hoped he would fill either wasn't filled the way they had hoped, or just never really came to fruition the way they wanted it to. But the other reality of it is if you look at this team expecting Robert Thomas and Dylan Holloway back after the Olympic break, you're going to have to find roster spots for them, assuming everybody else is healthy. And right now, the only guys that you could send down without clearing waivers, I believe, would be Mayu, Snuggerud, or Dvorsky. And I don't see them sending any of those three down. So that means you're putting either some guys on waivers to make room for that. And then you need an actual third spot if you're going to, and I don't know that they're going to, but if their plan is to recall Otto Stenberg. So to me, this was as much about a role that I don't think was solidified, combined with roster management, and kind of makes a whole lot of sense in a lot of ways.
Kerbs, I want to talk about that game last night and another heartbreaking loss in the last minute or so to Dallas. Just talk to me about how, the team felt or how they're looking or responding. You lose 3 games in that manner to that specific team and just not having a great go about it going into the break. How do you think they're feeling right now?
You know what? I think the feeling that they're all just kind of heading into this break going, what in the world has happened to this season? I mean, I really do think that. And I think they're looking forward to the break, get away from the stress of the moment. Normally, you would only have a smaller break, maybe a bye week within, with the All-Star game. But in this case, it's an Olympic break. It was scheduled. You take advantage of it. And you see, if they come back refreshed. You listen to the challenge, Carey, to me, and I think it's very clear to say that there's not any real obvious answers other than, top players aren't performing. I mean, it was pretty much your top guys on the ice, one of your top lines, with Neighbors, Butch Navich and Kyrou and Parayko on the ice, with Bennington in net when that goal went in. So I don't know that they have the answers internally yet, because when Jim Montgomery meets with the media, he's pretty much saying the same things game in and game out. So I all I can tell you is what I see, and in practices, I'm watching the coaching, I'm watching them harp on the details. I was talking to some of the dads about some of the details that were talked about in the meetings, that they were in over the weekend, and the game plan is there. It's just sometimes the execution just is not done all the way through a game and in key moments. And in this case, man, what a wild scenario that it happened like that 3 times against the Dallas Stars.
Yeah, that is wild. Do you think that there's any chance? We saw after the Four Nations tournament last year, this team have a massive turnaround. Do you think that there's any of that in them for this season?
Oh, man, I don't know. I don't have those kind of crystal balls for those kind of predictions. This team feels different to me than last year's team. Last year's team, you saw things that were coming. I can tell you that if coming out of the break, you continue to get this kind of play from Jordan Kyrou, and that level is matched by a healthy Dylan Holloway and a healthy Robert Thomas, right? And you're seeing Broberg and Parayko skate around with the puck and creating opportunities as your top defensive pair. Yeah, I think it could be a better final 25 games than we've seen, the first 57 so far. Yeah, I do think it could be better. But, I mean, I don't like – the problem is now, Carey, is you're looking at being, 12, 13 points out of a playoff spot with 25 games to go and a lot of teams to jump. You could put on a heck of a run, and you just might be far enough out that run isn't going to get it done unless you'd have to be talking – but you're at 49 points, rounded up to 50. You'd need another. You'd need 20 wins out of those last 25 to even just get you to 90 points.
Yeah.
Curbs, if we look at the last few seasons, it seems like what transpired at the end of last year seems to be sort of an outlier at this point with this group. Is this what we're watching now in this season? Is this who the Blues truly are, or is this season sort of just a head scratcher for you?
Well, I think the season is a head scratcher based on what you saw in the second half. Mm-hmm. But I look at certain things and, there were 2,500 games of experience on defense with Leddy and Suter that haven't been there this year. That's not a small thing. Mm-hmm. There was a tremendous amount of predictability, grit. We saw it from Reddick Fox again last night that you had all season that created an identity line. Right, so this is not the same team in any way. That you had. Yeah, some key pieces are, but look, Leon Draisaitl just said this after their game last night when somebody asked him about the team. He goes, "We're not the same team. We're not even close to what we were, the last 2 years. It's not the same team when you don't have Nick Leddy and you don't have Brian. So, keep in mind you had Fowler playing with Falk." Or Fowler playing with Parayko, you had Falk playing with Broberg, and you had Suter in the end playing with Tyler Tucker, right? You now have that, and by the way, this isn't knocking when I say this kid. I'm actually heaping some praise on him. Tyler Tucker is a 7th-round draft pick, a 200th overall pick that, now in his second really full season without going up and down in the National Hockey League, has been thrust into playing top 4 minutes. I can relate that going back to when Eric Brewer was captain and was playing in a number 1 role when that's not who he was, right? And so it's not the same team in that sense, Marshy, to me. So I kind of look at it. I look at it kind of really differently. I think, the bottom line here is, the fun debate, we ought to do this maybe for a longer segment later on during the Olympic break. The fun debate would go back and revisit the decision, 3 years ago to not re-sign some guys and take the team in a youth direction and try to avoid kind of a long downturn, which I still think is going to be a successful route for this team. It's just taking time. The playoff to the run, the surprise last year was, to me, just like the surprise in the 08-09 season when Chris Mason went on a spectacular run, right? And the team ended up with the number 6 seed and then getting swept by Vancouver. They then missed the playoffs the next 2 years. Well, who'd they get in that 2010 draft? Well, they got Schwartz and Tarasenko. If they were expecting better this year and it's just not happening, I think you've got to be really careful to have any knee-jerk reactions, pull the trigger on too many things, right? Because in the end, if you now end up with a top 5 pick, that could be a franchise-changing moment here to add it to the depth of an incoming Carbonneau, what we're seeing already from Snuggerud, what we know it looks like we're going to get a really good player in Otto Stenberg, right? Things like that. So kind of long-winded, but this team is different than the second half team last year from just a personnel and experience standpoint, and the same level of experience just is not there.
Curbs, before we let you go, who do you got in the Super Bowl?
Who's in it?
Don't you dare. Don't you dare, Curbs. Seahawks or Pats? Who you got?
Okay. There is no way in HE double hockey sticks, right, that you will ever see me, hear me, want me rooting for the cheating New England Patriots ever. Now, I know that regime is totally gone, right? So it's not fair. I think May is a fantastic quarterback, right? But just because of that whole stuff and then all this Belichick whining about not being in and all this other stuff, heck with all that junk, right? You know, sometimes you got to pay the piper for cheating and a lack of integrity, you know, and then frankly just being an absolute turd to the media and people that, you know, fans of the game anyway. So to me, anything that brings misery to the New England Patriots, I'm all for. In that sense, I'm rooting I'm rooting like this for the Seattle Seahawks as if I was born in Seattle and, you know, and right and have lived there my whole life. So in that sense, all I can say is let's go Giants.
Well said, Curves. Well said. All right. Well, enjoy the rest of your week. Definitely enjoy the Olympic break. And we'll catch up with you next week.
Yeah, sounds good, guys. Enjoy the start to the Olympics. Nice to see Joyce Dunn scoring for Team USA already on the women's side. So
definitely
some great local excitement to keep an eye on, and we'll check in with you guys next week.
Definitely. All right, Curbs. Thank you.
Okay. All right. See you guys.
That's Chris Kerber, voice of the Blues, here in the Fast Line on 101 ESPN. Do we need to change our thought process when it comes to Super Bowl contenders based on what the matchup is producing on Sunday? We'll get into that next on 101 ESPN. One of the most aggravating things in life is dealing with customer service and dealing with bad customer service. I know I don't have to worry about that with my guy, Stewie, who's on the line right now. Stewie, I know you share the same feelings on customer service.
Anthony, this morning I had some issues with my cable. I called. All of a sudden, I got some artificial intelligence, and they put me through to one person, then the other person. Then I got somebody outside the country, 25 minutes on the call for them only to tell me that they'll have to call me back. It was ridiculous. Now, here with us, you're going to be dealing with the biggest investment in your life, which is your home. You want somebody that's here in St. Louis, somebody that's available after hours, somebody that has accountability, and that's what we offer. I offer my personal cell phone number, 35 years in the industry, proper accountability. You know, we own the company. You're always going to be able to get a person on the phone. Boy, that is a relief and a pleasure because I can't imagine anybody going through this process and having to do what I had to do this morning.
Well, unfortunately, as you know, a lot of people still deal with that. They don't have to deal with that with you. That's why Stewie hands out his personal cell phone number, 314-324-4440. You can text him if you want. He'll go right to his cell phone, wants you to have his personal cell phone number because he's got that old school American customer service background. He wants to help you out. So give him a call. If you miss that phone number, you can always Google the bagel loan. But the bottom line is pick up the phone, give him a call. You won't be on hold for all that for 25 plus minutes. Appreciate you as always, Stewie. Keep up the great work.
Have a great day and stay warm.
NMLS number 226715.
This is attorney Todd Nissenholtz of Kaufman Townsley, and this is the sound of our attorneys walking into court. Because when an insurance company offers a lowball settlement, we go to trial, prepping endlessly, interviewing witnesses. We know the loss and the cost of an accident, and when it's needed, we go to war for you and take the fight to the insurance company because we've been in your shoes. Kaufman Townsley, real people, real results. Call 314-777-7777.
Nothing brings friends and family together on game day like delicious King's Hawaiian sliders. Bring them to the big game table and be the real MVP. Pick some up this weekend in the bakery or deli section of your local store. Football and King's irresistible Hawaiian sliders. There's nothing like it.
ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. We just talked with Chris Kerber, voice of the Blues. We dove into what happened last night. Blues lose to the Dallas Stars 5-4. It was the final game before the Olympic break. If you missed that conversation or if you have missed anything from today's show, make sure you go to 101ESPN.com or check out the free Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. Just head to the podcast page and you will find all of our interviews and all of our shows there. And it's all brought to you by the Schaefer Door Company. We will have all the Super Bowl coverage, Super Bowl 60, right here on 101 ESPN. Pregame starts at 11 a.m. Kickoff will be at 5:30. We're going to dive into the Super Bowl next, right here in the Fast Lane. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center Update is brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
We got a segment coming up about whether or not the Super Bowl features enough stars for the casual fans. And I don't think anybody can argue that there's enough stars for the casual fans just to be attracted to the game or intrigued by the game. But I wonder, guys, I was thinking about this today. I wonder if we look back on this Super Bowl, if it's not just a one-off, but a Super Bowl that kind of resets or allows a transition between what we're seeing now and the next wave of teams. And it's a vague comment, so let me hang with me for a second. I'll land the plane. These two quarterbacks, Drake May and Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold's obviously a reclamation project. Drake May in his second year. Who knows? Maybe he leads the next great Patriots dynasty, and he wins his first one on Sunday. And we look back and we say, well, that was the first Super Bowl he won among, 3 or 4. I don't know. Or we look at this and say, no Patrick Mahomes, no Joe Burrow, no Lamar Jackson, no Josh Allen, no Matthew Stafford, no Jalen Hurts. And we look at this as kind of a reset in the league.
I would even throw Brock Purdy in there.
Sure, Brock Purdy.
San Francisco's been a part of these Super Bowls. I know Jimmy Garoppolo was part of that first one against Kansas City, but
yeah. So you look at the Super Bowl matchup, the quarterback specifically. The Chiefs are in transition.
Mm-hmm.
What we saw this year with the Chiefs probably should have happened to them a year ago. They walked the tightrope. Carey, you had mentioned that all last year. Doesn't look right. Mm-hmm. This doesn't look right. And then the wheels fell off this year. So now they're in transition. They have to not rebuild, but they have to restructure, right? They at least have to rebuild on the offensive side of things outside of Patrick Mahomes. Maybe Travis Kelce retires. That's the Chiefs. Ravens just fired John Harbaugh, so they're in a transition. And no, Todd Monken.
No, I'm sorry.
He's staying in the division.
Left. He went to.
Yeah,
they got Jesse Minter.
Right.
Yeah, Todd Monken is with the Browns.
So the Ravens are going to be in a transition. The Bengals haven't fired Zach Taylor, but we know that defense sucks. Mm-hmm. So they're not in transition, but I don't think there is a sudden get right for the Bengals. The Eagles are having to start over again at offensive coordinator. Josh Allen, new head coach. Same voice with Joe Brady, his former OC, new head coach. But it does seem like this Super Bowl is not just a one-off. It represents a resetting of things in the NFL. The end of perhaps a Chiefs dynasty. I'm not saying they can't regrow another one, but the end of a Chiefs dynasty, another reset for the Eagles, and now resets in those other places where we haven't seen it since Josh Allen became in the league. Lamar Jackson's only known one head coach.
Mm-hmm. So you're saying potentially more parity in terms of who you see in the Super Bowl instead of the same common people that you're accustomed to seeing.
Yeah.
Or the common names that you're expecting to be there. Like now, the possibility of really anyone making it to the Super Bowl because of all of the change that some of these other organizations that have been extremely stable for a number of years, you could have other teams there.
Let me ask you guys this. Is this a one-off? Or do you think that this is the reset Super Bowl where we will start to see some different names moving forward?
My question for that would be, well, who would be the different names? Because I'm likely to believe that even though the Ravens have a new head coach, they still got a lot of the play. The quarterback is still there. They're still going to be in the mix when they're healthy. If Lamar Jackson is healthy, I like the Ravens to be able to get back to where they have been. If Josh Allen is healthy and not turning the ball over, I like them to be able to get back. Patrick Mahomes, he got to recover from an ACL injury, so I don't know how long that's going to take. And then they had some other issues throughout the year. Rashee Rice had some more issues pop up, so they got to clean some things up. But they also got a familiar face back in Eric Bieniemy calling plays, so we know that he runs really a tight ship, and if it ain't right, then it's going to be problematic for those that are not doing it right. So my question that I would throw back to you, I don't know if I even answered your question, but my question that I would throw back to you is, if it is kind of headed in this direction, then who's the next team?
Do you guys want to do an experiment?
Can I
never do a live experiment? Yes, Marshall.
Can I mention something before we do said live experiment?
Sure.
Experiment. Geez. I think right now we are in the middle of that transition from, and I mentioned this the other day, I think where we are right now is Super Bowl, what was it, 47 and 48, which is Baltimore, San Francisco, then Seattle, Denver. In those 2 years, it produced one team that went to multiple Super Bowls, which was the Seattle Seahawks in the coming years. Denver also went to a couple Super Bowls in that span, and it only took 2 to 3 years before the Patriots were right back there.
Sure.
After losing to the Giants.
Okay, I like that. That's interesting.
So I think if this is a thing,
are we in the Are we in that valley? We're the Chiefs.
I think it only lasts 2 to 3 years, if that.
Okay. Interesting. And over that time, I'm going off the top of my head. Cam Newton was a new quarterback.
Cam Newton, but that was a one-off.
Not a new quarterback, but you know what I mean. First time Super Bowl appearance.
One-off for Carolina, a one-off for Atlanta, and Philly.
And Matt Ryan, that was his first.
Yep.
Okay.
Then you get the usual suspects
Nick
right
Foles.
back in there.
Usual suspects.
So are we in that little lull?
So a 2-year, what is that? Was it 2 years?
If we're counting New England, it took them from 2012, which is when that Super Bowl was played against the Giants, to 2015. 3 years.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Here's the
I
live.
don't think so.
Here's the live experiment. Okay.
Go.
And be honest.
Yeah.
Would these names shock you? I'm saying shock. If they were in the Super Bowl next year.
Okay.
Caleb Williams. Shock.
It wouldn't shock me.
Okay. I'm not saying surprise. I'm saying shock.
It wouldn't shock.
Shock. I think it would.
It would shock you if Caleb Williams was in the Super Bowl.
They were what?
Sam Darnold's in this Super Bowl.
They were one play away
that.
from. They were one play away from playing in the NFC Championship game. So I couldn't say it would shock me at home. No.
Bo Nix. Put your feelings aside for Bo Nix. Would it shock you?
I think it wouldn't shock me either.
I think you're
You're being honest, Carey.
I am. I don't think it pains me.
I know, but you're being honest.
Those last two were very painful. Bo Nix more than Caleb, but not shocking.
I think for me, like that shock factor comes because of what these teams, like their identity, where it's like, we're going to go for it on 4th down. And you're probably not going to get the points and you're going to lose. We're not going to run the football. And you're going to lose. So, that's where the shock factor comes in for me.
But both of those teams,
to a degree, and I get it, they were here.
They were in the AFC
I can also
Championship
see
game.
both these teams being not good next year.
But it wouldn't be shocking because it would actually be building on the year that they had this year, in my opinion.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's like a build. We know about those.
Dak Prescott.
That wouldn't shock me either.
I mean,
it wouldn't shock me.
It would shock me,
Justin.
given who their head coach is, given the track record of Dallas. Like, it's been forever. I don't even think I was born since the last time they went to an NFC Championship game.
Justin Herbert.
Yes, it would shock me. There's a track
Both
record.
your
There's
tackles back healthy.
He hasn't won a playoff game, so
there's like a track record thing for me.
I couldn't say it would shock me.
okay. This one's going to be tough because of the way he played, but C.J. Stroud. Would it shock you if the Texans were in the Super Bowl next year?
Because I'm looking at the team as a whole.
Jamie.
Jamie.
So it wouldn't shock me either because if C.J. Stroud turns the ball over twice instead of 15 times in the playoffs,
they're
they
in the
probably
AFC
are
Championship.
and in
probably
the
beating
Super
Denver.
Bowl.
Yes.
So no.
Jaden Daniels.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, probably because I don't think their team around. I think they're old.
Right.
I think their team is older.
So I'm a tough.
You're
cookie.
a tough critic. Yeah.
I'm a tough critic. I just see, like, while things could look different, this also could be a thing where the Eagles are back in the Super Bowl and now they're playing the Ravens, right? The Ravens are a team where we're like, oh my gosh, the Ravens, right? Like, they're always there. But when was the last time they've been to a Super Bowl? It's been a long time.
That's
when they played San Francisco.
That's kind of my point. Are we seeing a reset with this Super Bowl that leads us to believe that we could be seeing this is just the start of, we're seeing some new names for a while. That's my point in all this. And the way Carey answered, which was honestly, I think that would lead us to believe that it's possible we're in this little lull here.
But if you ask me, do I think it's probable? I would say no.
Okay, fair.
Not shocking. Probable. Probably not.
What are the what is your criteria though for teams that we've seen recently? Like, how far back are you going?
What do you mean?
Like, how far back are we going in terms of teams that we've seen recently?
To be able, like, I think
To
last
say,
year
like,
is a good picture or indication. Because if you'd have said Trevor Lawrence, I would say I wouldn't be shocked there either. But if you said whoever the hell the Jets have at quarterback, I would say, hell yeah, I'm shocked.
Yeah.
For sure.
Right.
Like, some teams.
I have standards.
Thank you.
I actually forgot Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence is another one I wouldn't be shocked. If you said Jared Goff, I wouldn't be shocked.
You're right.
Like, I think there are a lot of teams that have.
And why do you feel that way?
Because they have I think there are a lot of good teams. But
does this season have anything to do with that?
It probably does.
That's my
because there's
it took
not
me 11 minutes, but that's
there's
what I
not
mean.
an elite team. I think that's what you were getting at.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
So,
said
yeah.
you said it well in 6 seconds.
It's not an elite team.
Took me 11 minutes.
That's probably why I would say yeah.
If it were Mahomes and Hurts again,
you'd be like,
right. you're not. You got like 4 or 5 guys that could do it.
Right.
But
what if it was Mahomes and against Stafford? It's been a few years since the Rams have been in the Super Bowl, but that's a team that I would say, yeah, they've been in quite a few Super Bowls in the last decade. That wouldn't shock me.
No,
right? It seems like the same teams are.
Yeah, I didn't bring him up because
5 or 6.
He's more in the category. Yeah, he's more in the category of the guys that like Mahomes and Allen, who at least been in the playoffs consistently. So that's why I didn't.
I'm picking up what you're putting down. It took me a while to get what you're. Yeah,
I wasn't explaining it well.
It's okay.
But even so, we've seen teams who have shown us, wow, this is a great team. And for whatever reason, they can't get to the big game, i.e. the Lions.
I get your point, Marsh. I know you're big on history. You're a history guy. And I'm not. This is no knock. I promise. I'm not being flippant. You're actually you got like kind of giddy. You're kind of giddy over the Cardinals this year.
I like the Cardinals.
Not the Arizona Cardinals.
No, that was Carey.
Our St. Louis Cardinals. You're kind of giddy. You kind of think that they might be better than what everybody thinks. And I think it's because they're second all time in World Series championships. You're big on history.
No. I think it is what I witnessed last year to where, okay, I see something here. I think pitching was a massive detriment to this team. And now they have sort of wiped that slate clean, minus a few guys, and they have a new voice in the front office because the other voice was stale. And so things are different. So I have this optimism that I believe that this team will be better than what people are saying they can be based on some of the players that I find to be exciting. And I think that they will take that next step.
All right, fair. All right.
So,
and you like that? And you like that history? Yeah. Cardinals belong in the playoffs. That's what you're saying.
They do belong in the playoffs.
Yeah,
they do belong in the playoffs, and it's been sad that they haven't been in it for a few years.
Well, but
they earned it.
They do.
Yeah, for sure.
And they will.
They will. And right when they get in, they're going to win a World Series, right? Isn't that how it works?
Typically. Bet the board next on 101 ESPN.
It's the last call for football, and FanDuel is giving you a daily profit boost every single day leading up to the big game. Today's 30% profit boost is around touchdowns. Shortest touchdown scored, longest touchdown scored, first touchdown, and the last touchdown. And here's something maybe you want to look at. A.J. Barner, they like the tush push. They call it the barn burner. Maybe you want to go with A.J. Barner for the shortest touchdown of the game. Jackson Smith and Jigba, maybe he catches a long TD, and you can go for that for the longest touchdown of the game. And who will score the first one? Kenneth Walker as the first touchdown scorer at plus 360 is not a bad choice. All you have to do is opt in each day and place an eligible bet to use that day's profit boost. Play your game with FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of Super Bowl 60. Must be 21 plus and present in Missouri. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. We need a new Gauntlet contestant. So if you want to play in the Gauntlet, you'll have an opportunity next 5 minutes. Text in the Air Comfort Service text line 314-399-9646, the word Gauntlet. And if you haven't played in a while or haven't played at all and Marsh selects you, you have an opportunity to take on either Marsh, CD, or me. But we're going to do a quick Bet the Board segment. How did we do last night?
All right. Carey and I did quite well.
Nice job, guys.
Jamie had the Edmonton Oilers, and they lost. And Anthony, you were so close. You needed 7 goals in that San Jose, Colorado game, and you got 6.
6. Yep.
So
scoreless first period hurt me. All right, so what's the standings?
I have 2 points. Carey has 1 point. Jamie has 1 point, and you have 1 point.
Okay.
Tonight, I'm going to go with the Carolina Hurricanes over 3.5 goals against the New York Rangers at minus 135.
New York Rangers.
We'll see you tomorrow night. No?
Sure.
Okay.
Carey, go ahead.
I'm going to go with the Houston Rockets on the alternate spread at minus 2.5. And it's minus 149. Kind of digging this alternate spread.
You just slid under there.
Just got under there.
Yeah, it's kind of fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, man.
Remember, you were like, I hate
where
you
you
guys.
find this thing? It's ridiculous.
Stop doing it. You guys are cheating. And now you're like, give me that alt.
Spread me.
Give me that alt.
No, wait. Never mind. That didn't sound right.
What'd you say?
Don't worry about it.
He doesn't want to repeat
What's your
it.
play? Minus 175?
Rockets minus 2.5 at minus 149.
Okay, speaking of alt spreads, give me Cincinnati minus 4.5 on the alt line.
Cincinnati Bearcats?
Yeah.
You going a little basketball?
We're going basket.
How about my Illini last night, man?
Hey.
We are rolling.
Northwestern finished third in that game.
Man, we beat the hell out of those guys.
Yeah, no shot.
Yeah.
All right.
Thought you were going to say a different word.
No shot from Northwestern.
Yeah.
That's why they lost like 75-4.
88 to 84 to 44.
Yeah, it was close.
Yeah,
All right.
points.
Jamie wants Ottawa on the money line. He wants the Senators on the money line.
Yep.
But we're going to check just to make sure.
Oh, yeah. We need to
they're
check.
minus 135. Yep, he's good.
They good?
He's good. Yep.
All right.
Why were you laughing there?
Ellipsis. Ridiculous.
Yeah. That's funny. All right. New Gauntlet contestant next on 101 ESPN.
warriors. 4 categories, 1 challenger. Can you survive the Gauntlet?
Brought to you by Blue Note Roofing. Roofing, siding, and gutters. Visit BlueNoteRoofingSTL.com for a free inspection.
4:04, your time check brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler with Andrew Marsh, Kerry Davis. I'm Anthony Stalter. Brian is in for the Gauntlet. What's up, Brian?
Hey, what's going on? How you guys doing?
We're doing great today, man. We appreciate you playing. Thank you for listening. Marsh says the kids are in the car.
Yep, I just picked them up and buckled them in when I got the text, so
okay,
they might be in the background here and there. They're quiet right now, which is surprising.
That's all right. What are the kiddos' names if you want to shout them out? If not, that's fine too. I get it.
Danny and Henry.
All right.
Hey,
Danny, Henry.
how's it going?
What up? All right, Brian, would you like to take on Marsh, CD, or me in round 1?
Let's take on Marsh.
Marsh called it. Marsh had a feeling that you were going to choose him, and you did. So let's do this. All right, go ahead and tell Marsh to spin that wheel, and then we'll kick him out.
Spin that wheel, Marsh.
All righty. The wheel has been spun. Marsh has got to hand CD the launch codes here. Then he's got to get out. Now that Marsh has his headset off, Brian, what category were you hoping for?
Oh, I'm probably below average on all of them, so it doesn't matter.
Good.
That's not good.
No, he's consistent across the board. That's what I hear.
Oh, that's one way to look at it, Anthony.
Mm. If you did have to pick one sport that's your best, what would it be?
Baseball.
Well, congratulations, Brian. You got baseball.
All right.
So you're going to get 4 baseball-related questions. Each one is worth 2 points unless you ask for the options. If you ask for the options, those questions are worth 1 point. You ready?
Do it.
All right. Question 1. Former Cards lefty Ray King appeared in a career-high 86 games during the 2004 season. He was also one of 2 relievers on that team to record 5 or more wins. Name the other.
2004. Give me the options.
Sure. Kiko Calero, Cal Eldred, or Julian Taveras.
Let's go, Kiko.
Kiko Calero. Final answer?
Yes, final.
Question number 2. The Iowa Cubs remain the only AAA squad in the Hawkeye State. Can you tell us the legendary manager who was the starting second baseman on opening day in Iowa's first AAA season? Hint, this happened in 1969.
So, I'll need the options.
Is it Terry Francona, Tony La Russa, or Joe Torre?
Go Terry Francona. Final answer.
Okay. All right, Brian, question 3. Where do the Milwaukee Brewers currently play their home games? What's the name of their stadium?
They just changed it. I think it's American Family Insurance. Final answer.
All right, question number 4. How many Cy Young Awards did Roy Halladay win during his 16-year career with the Blue Jays and Phillies?
Let's do 4. Final answer.
All right. Let's wave in Marsh. I don't know if you can see us. Come on in. All right, there we go. Brian, how you feeling?
About average.
Okay.
See.
All right, Marsh is making his way back up to the podium here. I see who's in the cone of silence with T-Bone.
Yes.
What were you guys chatting about?
Some college basketball. T-Bone is calling a game tonight.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Nice.
High on the Illini, too.
Yeah, he is. He loves those Illini.
Yes.
ILL.
All right, March category today is baseball.
Okay.
You love baseball.
But do I love these baseball questions?
Well, we'll see. Pack a lunch.
Find out. All right, question 1. Former Cards lefty Ray King appeared in a career-high 86 games during the 2004 season. He was also one of 2 relievers on that team to record 5 or more wins. Name the other.
What year, 2004?
Yes, sir.
5 or more wins in 2004. I'm going to have to use the options.
Kiko Calero, Cal Eldred, or Julian Taveras.
Oh, that guy, he was something. I'm going to go with Taveras. Final answer. Although I do love Kiko Calero's name. I'll go with Taveras. Final answer.
Question number 2. The Iowa Cubs remain the only AAA squad in the Hawkeye State. Can you tell us the legendary manager who was the starting second baseman on opening day in Iowa's first AAA season? Hint, this happened in 1969.
No, options.
Terry Francona, Tony La Russa, or Joe Torre?
1969? So we've been in the Cubs system? I don't know. We'll go with Terry Francona. Final answer.
Question 3, Marsh. Where do the Milwaukee Brewers currently play their home games?
Well, it used to be Miller Park. I believe it's American Family, like American Family Insurance Field, American something. I don't know like the full. I don't want to botch it, but I know that I'll take the options. That's what it is. So I'll take the options, and then we'll go from there.
American Family Fields.
Yeah.
Rate Fields. Progressive Fields.
No, American. That one.
American Family Field.
American Family Field. Final answer.
Question number 4. How many Cy Young Awards did Roy Halladay win during his 16-year career with the Blue Jays and Phillies?
I don't know. It's gonna be like 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. Maybe it's 0. I don't know. I don't think it's 0. I'll go with 2. Final answer. Iowa Cubs second baseman. Like what?
What's wrong?
All right, let's go over these. Former Cards lefty Ray King appeared in a career-high 86 games during the 2004 season. He was also one of 2 relievers on that team to record 5 or more wins. Name the other. Brian heard the options. He went Kiko Calero. Marsh heard the options. He went Julian Taveras. Correct answer is...
It's Taveras.
7-2 record that year. So Marsh on the board. He's got a 1-0 lead. The Iowa Cubs remain the only AAA squad in the Hawkeye State. Can you tell us the legendary manager who was the starting second baseman on opening day in Iowa's first AAA season? Gave you a hint. The hint was this happened in 1969. You both heard the options. You both said Terry Francona. Correct answer is...
It is Tony La Russa.
Tony La Russa is the correct answer. Marsh still with a 1-0 lead. Where do the Milwaukee Brewers currently play their home games? Marsh heard the options, went with American Family Fields. Brian went with Brian did not go with the options. He went with American Family Insurance Field. Left off the field. Correct answer is...
American Family Insurance Field.
I say we give it to him.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Brian, we're giving you 2 points on that. Nice job. We're all tied up.
All right.
We're all tied up 2-2. Here we go. Comes down to this. Maybe. How many Cy Young Awards did Roy Halladay win during his 16-year career with the Blue Jays and Phillies. Without the options, Brian said 4. Without the options, Marsh said 2.
You guys want to know the options?
Sure.
2, 3, 4.
Ooh.
Carey, how many Cy Youngs did Roy Halladay have with the Blue Jays and Phillies?
2.
Brian.
You have chosen poorly.
You lose.
Brian, he got you, man. He got you basically on that question. Sorry, pal.
Yeah, I was thinking that was too many when I said 4, but
man,
oh well.
He was a hell of a pitcher, man. He could have collected 4.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. All right, Brian.
Good job,
hey,
Brian.
Drive those kids home safely, and we appreciate you listening and playing today.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Take care.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Good thing is, the kiddos in the back found out Daddy's a pretty good guy.
He is.
Yeah.
Great guy.
I called this.
You did?
You did?
When I answered the phone, I said,
he's got his kids with him.
He's got his kids with him. Mm-hmm. I have a feeling that I'm going to be chosen. And, and what just played out is exactly what I said will probably happen. And I feel bad.
You know, Phil.
Marsh, I got to be honest with you. I'm real glad you got that last question right, because we were in a hell of a dilemma.
An issue.
Because he said American Family Insurance, final answer. I'm like, shoot.
I even said American Family Insurance fee, but I don't know. I don't want to be wrong.
We would have gave it to you if you just said it.
As soon as you got the first question right, I'm like, we're good. I don't have to worry about this because Marsh is going to know the American Family Field. He's going to win by 1 at least. We're all good. And then you're like, I'll take the options. I'm like, mother.
We'd have had justice for
but I wanted to be correct, I wanted to I wanted to nail it.
And then you said 2 in the final. I'm like, thank you.
Yeah. But Progressive is where Cleveland plays, and Rate Field is where the White Sox play.
Yeah, guaranteed rate field.
I think it's just called Rate Field.
They don't even guarantee it anymore.
No,
they just rate it.
I think it's just called Rate Field.
Guaranteed?
No,
there.
Losses.
Okay, maybe.
Maybe get outside the stadium. You never know.
They got a bidet now. Do you know that in the clubhouse?
Do they?
I thought you meant like for the fans.
No, Minnetonka Murakami, who they signed.
Yeah.
He was requesting a bidet. He was surprised they didn't have one.
Huh.
Who knew?
I mean, you learn something every day.
Yeah, every day.
Yeah. All righty. Marsh, nice job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The Paul quiz says 4 Cy Youngs was a crazy answer. Only 4 people have 4 or more. Well, it could have been Ray Halladay. You never know.
Could have been.
Back off, Paul.
I mean, there's some Hall of Fame. Yeah, there's one Hall of Fame pitcher that doesn't have any.
That's true. And his name is?
Carey?
No, his name's not Carey. I don't know what his name is.
I don't either. Hall of Fame pitcher doesn't have Cy Young?
Yeah, Nolan Ryan.
Oh, of course.
Oh, really?
Of course.
Why the hell didn't he have any?
Nolan Ryan.
Who the hell was doing that voting?
No, you're right. He doesn't have any.
Yeah.
Well, same people are doing the Hall of Fame.
Clearly.
For the NFL now.
The hell are they doing?
All right.
Nobody knows.
Nope. Why don't we play? Actually, let's get into this. Does the Super Bowl feature enough stars for the casual fan? No. That's next on 101 ESPN.
It's the last call for football, and FanDuel is giving you a daily profit boost every single day leading up to the big game. Today's 30% profit boost is around touchdowns. Shortest touchdown scored, longest touchdown scored, first TD and last TD. And maybe you're looking at the New England Patriots and you say, Drake May is going to score on a quarterback sneak from the 1-yard line. That could be your shortest touchdown. Maybe you like Kenneth Walker in the longest touchdown, or Ramondre Stevenson. Or maybe you like a surprise in Travion Henderson to score the first touchdown. Whatever you want to do, you can. All you have to do is opt in each each day and place an eligible bet to use that day's profit boost. Play your game with FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of Super Bowl 60. 21 plus and present in Missouri. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
So, Marsh, you were on the old iNet, and
the
you were
iNet?
Yeah, the old iNet
sounds like something from like a
you were on
James
the line.
Cameron film.
You were on the line, and
What movie?
It's the one with Vince Vaughn, the Google or the Apple, whatever.
The internship.
Yeah, there we go. They were working for who were they working for? They're working for Apple, right?
It was Google.
Or Google.
Yeah,
I was right the first time.
Him and
Owen Wilson.
Owen Wilson, yeah.
Him and
Lightning
McQueen. Mm-hmm. By the way, Carey, do your kids get that way when your kids are a little bit older now? But anytime there's an actor in a movie that also voices one of the kids, like favorite,
if they kind of put the two and two together,
it blows their mind. They can't. They like. Wow. I'll say to Lincoln, we watched a movie and Owen Wilson was in it. Yeah. I go, hey, Lincoln. And Lincoln's my 4-year-old. I say, hey, you know who that is, buddy? Listen and no clue. I say, hey, man, that's Lightning McQueen. Can't figure it out. Doesn't understand it.
Like,
what are you saying?
No, it's not.
That's not Lightning McQueen. I'm not looking at a red car.
What are you talking about, Dad?
That is just a purebred winning machine. That's a human being, Dad.
He goes to his room and tells his brother and sister, Dad's crazy.
Dad's crazy. We're going to have to put him in the trash can now.
That's how I felt when I found out
Dad's drunk again.
that Simba was Ferris from Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah. Was he?
Yeah, Matthew Broderick.
The first one?
Really?
He's the voice of Simba.
I thought that was the kid from Tim the Toolman Taylor.
Oh, that would make more
Jonathan
sense.
Taylor Thomas.
Yeah,
I thought it was.
I think it's the kid from Jonathan Taylor from the first Simba, if I'm not mistaken.
Talking about the kid?
Yeah. Oh, you said Simba? Yeah. Isn't Simba the child? The child?
Yeah, when he grows up.
When he grows up?
When he grows up,
He grows up. He's Matthew Broderick.
Nah,
he didn't grow up.
No.
He's always Tim the Toolman Taylor's kid the entire time.
No, it's Matthew Broderick.
I just can't wait to be king. Yeah.
Carey watched a Scar movie.
Yeah, I did.
I finally saw it.
It told me a lot about that family dynamic.
Yeah.
And, Scar may not actually be the villain.
No, he's definitely the villain. I watched it.
May not.
I watched it because you kept saying he might not be the villain. I'm like, man,
may not be the villain.
I got to open things up. No.
Open up your mind and
He almost left his mother to get slaughtered.
See the bigger picture. I'm just saying.
He couldn't play hockey.
He's that.
Tell you that much.
Well, he could have played for the Blues.
Oh.
What?
Really?
What do you mean?
We had to jump to there?
I thought that's where you were going.
No, I wasn't going there.
That's where you were going.
No.
You were leading me that way.
You just went.
Nope, you led me.
I didn't have to lead you anywhere. You just went.
You led me that way.
Anyways.
Can I say something just real quick? We're talking about Matthew Broderick. This could be a controversial take. I don't know. I don't care. But I loved his Godzilla movie. That's all I'll say. Okay. That movie growing up, loved that movie.
All right.
Where they're in Madison Square Garden, Godzilla, they lay all the Godzilla eggs, and they're in MSG. I love that movie so much.
Is that movie historically panned? Is that what you're saying? That
I just don't know if it's up there in terms of good Godzilla films.
Okay,
but love a good Godzilla film. Highly recommend watching Godzilla -1. It's so good. But yeah, no, I just wanted to say that since Matthew Broderick was brought up.
Okay,
yeah. Inspector Gadget too.
Inspector Gadget. All righty. Anyways, so Marsh.
Oh yeah.
4 minutes ago, you were on the internet and you were looking at some. Hey, in case you need kind of a Super Bowl preview, here's some people that you might not know.
Yeah, some key players to watch. We're just going to go down this list. I know everybody loves a good list, but we're not really, dissecting the list. We're just going to name off some of the players.
This is just a means to an end.
A means to an end. Of course, you have the Patriots quarterback, Drake May.
North Carolina.
You have Patriots wide receiver, Stephon Diggs. He's been in the league for a while.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Then the third name, Patriots wide receiver, Mac Hollins.
Well, I don't know where Mac Daddy went.
Where did
Mac Hollins go to school? Feels like a Fresno kind of guy.
Yeah.
He walks in without his shoes on.
Yeah, he likes to be where his
feet
are.
I don't know.
TCU.
No.
Fresno
sounds right, but
Devontae Adams went to Fresno.
Devontae Adams went to Fresno.
Where the
hell did Mac Hollins go?
I gotta look this up. You know what? I want to say like Arizona or something.
Maybe.
What's your guess? Before everybody take a guess.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Arizona.
I don't want to stick with Fresno. I do feel like it's like a TC. No, not TC.
I'm going to go with New Mexico.
New Mexico feels right.
That's a good one.
That's a really good one. You going with Arizona or Arizona State?
I'm going to go with Arizona.
I'll go with Arizona State.
Okay. Yes, I'm going Arizona. Final answer.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
What does it start with? Wait, hold on. What do you?
I want to stay. It's going to be obscure. It's going to be something that I'm not really thinking about. But it's a Power 4 school, I would assume. I'm going to go with TCU. I don't know why I just wanted to flip. TCU.
It's not TCU.
No.
And you know it.
Let's just say that him and his quarterback have a nice connection.
No way.
He went to North Carolina.
He went to North Carolina?
UNC Chapel Hill.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Never would have guessed that.
Wow. Okay.
Who knew that?
Not us. I'll tell you that much.
Clearly.
Anyway, so Mac Hollins was on this list.
He's on this list, yeah. Mm-hmm. Of course, you have Sam Darnold of the Seahawks. You have Jackson Smith and Jigba of the Seahawks. You have Kenneth Walker. And then you have the coaches.
That's it? Those are the notable names?
That's the list.
And you're playing it kind of fast and loose with the whole Mac Hollins thing, because Mac Hollins is a really good competitive piece, but he's bounced around. It's not like he's a household name. I would go as far as to say, and I'm not talking about football fans, because everybody knows Jackson Smith and Jigba, but I don't think he's reached star status yet. Like he's
in the finalist for Offensive Player of the Year.
Okay, but I'm not talking about football.
Okay, just regular folk.
Yeah.
That happen to watch football or just don't even know. I don't think any of those people, if the common fan, I don't think any of those people would know.
I agree.
Like if you're not tuned into actual like from the coaches, Stephon Diggs would probably be, and this is going to sound crazy, he's probably the most recognizable one because
that's crazy at all.
He's dating Cardi B.
100%. I don't
so
think
that would probably be the one name that non-football people, that's Cardi B's boyfriend. Like they would know that. But other than that, they don't know who the hell Mac Hollins is. They don't know who. They say Drake May. Who? Drake. Yeah, I know the rapper.
I know Drake.
I don't know.
Drake.
May. Yeah. Nah. May you what? No, I don't know. Nah. So,
I agree. So, Marsh, when you asked, does this Super Bowl feature enough stars for the casual fans? I don't know if I think it's half a star. I think you got half a star right now. And Stephon Diggs.
Is it appealing for normal football fans? You know, there's some people I've seen in the Air Comfort Service text line that literally one person said, I do not care about this Super Bowl.
I don't think that this one is going to be a seismic shift here for Super Bowls. I think this may go down as one of the more forgettable Super Bowls of all time. I'm just gonna make that prediction now because I think it's going to be low scoring.
Okay.
The only thing that's going to save this thing is if these two teams duke it out. I don't think that's going to be the case.
Does it need to be like a shootout for the game to be good, though? Like, can it be a low-scoring, tight game, though?
For football fans, no. I think for football fans, it could be a low-scoring defensive struggle. Mm-hmm. But it can't be 13. It can't be, to me, it can't be what the Big Ten championship game was.
That was good football.
That was two teams going at it and all that. But I'm talking about the casual fan. I was pissed off that night.
Very, very.
Yeah.
I wasn't okay with it.
I was ticked off.
You know what I mean? That damn quarterback damn near died. He almost called himself Francisco after that hit.
What's your name?
Francisco.
How many fingers am I holding up? 2.
He's good to go. Get him back
Put
in
him
there.
back in.
I don't think if it's a 13-10 game, which I think it could be that. I'm seeing like 20 to 10, 20 to 13, something like that.
This is going to be one of the best Super Bowls
ever.
Because everyone is just poo-pooing on the Seahawks, the Patriots. It's going to be an outstanding Super Bowl.
I think it's going to be Patriots, Rams all over again.
13-3?
Yeah, that was boring.
That was a terrible Super Bowl.
It was a terrible Super Bowl.
You know what that Super Bowl could have been? Could have been Patriots Saints.
Should have been.
Tom Brady, Drew Brees.
Yeah, should have been.
So, for those out there that think the NFL is, I would assume the NFL would have liked to have the Saints in that Super Bowl.
Hindsight, yeah. Yeah. Especially after the Rams cornerback.
How do you miss that
mugged?
Call?
It was a Marquise Colson, wasn't it? Who got mugged?
I think it was Ricardo Lockett.
Tyler or Ricardo? All right. So, no, yeah, this could be the worst Super Bowl known to man. It's Fastlane on 101. Don't forget, we got the game for you right here on 101 ESPN. Pre-game at 11, kickoff at 5:30. Why don't we do hot take or hot garbage next? 314-399-9646, the Air Comfort Service text line. So if you got a hot take that you want to send in, please do so. We'll get to hot take or hot garbage next.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. Blues fall to the Dallas Stars last night. A late goal for the Dallas Stars as they beat the Blues 5-4. We talked about that earlier today. We also talked with Chris Kerber earlier today. If you missed that conversation, make sure you go to 101ESPN.com or check out the free Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. Just head to the podcast page. You'll find all of our interviews and all of our shows there, and it's all brought to you by the Schaefer Door Company. We are going to play Hot Take or Hot Garbage coming up next, so get your hot takes into the Air Comfort Service text line, 314-399-9646. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
Boom! Hot take. Time for Hot Take or Hot Garbage is when you send in your take, and we'll discuss whether or not we think it's a hot take or hot garbage. Marshy, fire away.
I like this first one from the 314. Hot take or hot garbage. The Fast Lane would win in a duel against TMA and BK and Ferrario.
Hot take.
So both of them together? Hot take.
Hot take. Absolutely. Yeah.
I saw Jackson put his dukes up in the hallway.
How'd he do?
Great.
Okay.
Love you, Jackson, though. Yeah, that's my guy, man.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I think we do okay.
I agree. Kind of like
really
battle royal style.
Yeah.
Royal Rumble.
Not that Marsh and I would just stand around like some of the Blues players last night, but we probably wouldn't even be needed.
They need it. They got numbers, actually, so
we'll be busy.
Need everybody.
Yeah. All hands on deck.
All hands on deck. You see three guys walking towards me, Anthony.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Don't you stop and think about whether or not to jump in like
I got you.
Some people that I saw do last night.
Nope. I got you, man.
Pretty damn ridiculous.
What would be your, you can only use your hands? You can't use your feet?
Yeah. Bare knuckle brawling.
Yeah. Always wanted to.
Roundhouse kick somebody?
Well, yeah, not that I'm a violent person by any means, but like there's just the kind of the, be like a ninja or something, you know.
So you'd be ninja? Like you'd be a ninja.
Ninja warrior?
Yeah, you'd be a ninja warrior?
No, not like one of those people. I don't know if I could ever do one of those things, but like a real ninja. Like I dressed up as a ninja one time for Halloween. Like I always thought being a ninja would be super cool as a child.
Okay.
Don't you think being a ninja would be cool?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just making sure we're on the same page.
No, we are. Yeah. No disagreement.
Had one of those ninja stars. A little, like a real one.
Yeah.
And he put his hand up. He's like, put your hand up on the wall.
Uh-oh.
And he goes,
who said that?
My friends as a kid.
Real quick, Anthony.
Kids do dumb things, man.
Yes, they do.
Would you rather be a pirate or a samurai?
Samurai.
I agree.
I think there's more.
Be a pirate.
I think there's more honor, probably.
Yeah.
Much more.
Yeah.
All right, from the 573, hot take or hot garbage. J.J. Weatherholt is going to start the season on the Major League Baseball roster.
Hot take.
Hot garbage. Sure, I send him down for a little bit and start that clock a little later.
Nah, we're not playing those games, Anthony. This is a new regime.
You and I aren't. Cardinals are.
We're not. You're listening. Don't play those games, man. Let the kids play. Marshy heard it.
I did. I thought that was the funniest thing ever.
It was
you
hilarious,
could pick up on it because there was no one there.
It was hilarious. It was a game on TV, and somebody just screamed out at the Cardinals game, "Let the kids play!"
I think it was because of a rain delay.
It was hilarious, man.
A man of my own heart.
Oh man, yeah, that's our motto this year. Let the kids play. They should find that. They should find that fan. And let him do voice. Yeah.
Let him do the voice work.
Let him do the voice work. This is our motto for this year. We're letting the kids play.
Okay.
Yep.
T-shirts available soon.
Indeed.
Sure,
I hope he listens to the Fast Lane.
That'd be great.
Yeah. Shout out to you, man.
Shout
out. We loved it. If you're listening, if one of your family members are listening and you told them, hey, I have said it on, we heard you and we agree with you. Let the damn kids play. Hell yeah. All right, sorry. Go ahead.
All right. Very passionate.
That was hilarious, man.
Very passionate.
From the 314, hot take or hot garbage, an Olympic gold medal is more meaningful than a championship ring in one of the core 4 North American sports.
Ooh.
This is a tough one. Maybe.
Part of me says hot take because the Olympics only come around, Summer Olympics once every 4 years. So if you're, and I say that because I had a friend who was a hurdler. We went to college together. She's Canadian, and she was supposed to win the hurdle, 100 hurdles. And she had been prepared for, and she failed.
Oh no!
And it's like, bro, I felt horrible because it's like you can't. It's not like you can go next year. You can do world championships and win gold medals there and have those opportunities. But the Olympics are different because it's once every 4 years. Like you're
and it's the world too.
Correct. And you're 28, and the next time you go, you're 32. Like that's a difference in your body and how you train, prepare. 4 years later, like I think it's. As much as I think I agree. I think it is. I think the gold medal versus if you're fortunate enough to do that, I think it weighs more than a championship.
So Splash brings up a good point. He says some countries still suck at that sport. Pro sports are the best of all the worlds.
not wrong there.
I guess it depends on the sport, right? So,
but so if that's the case, then some of those sports aren't 4 major sports.
Right. So we have basketball, football. I would eliminate football. I mean,
football would not be fair.
Football would not be fair.
Versus the world.
There's other teams that are good.
In the world?
Oh, football. I thought you said something else.
Soccer.
I thought you said something else.
Hockey, baseball.
Yeah, man.
Can I be vulnerable with you guys for a second?
Go ahead.
There's
vulnerable.
I just had a thought that popped into my head. It's not.
I didn't even watch the Olympics.
No, I do. I love the Olympics.
I didn't care.
No, listen. Just let me talk.
I'm sorry.
Is it bad that I want to beat other countries in football like other countries beat us in soccer?
No.
And they view American soccer as the biggest joke ever.
Not at all.
And I would love to just absolutely take souls.
It would be bad though.
It would be so bad.
Like it would be.
I mean, there'd be memes.
Yeah.
There'd be things.
It probably wouldn't be safe. Let's say that.
I'm not worried about safe. I'm worried about taking souls.
Well, you're gonna take souls and limbs and body parts and
that's what I want.
Cracked bones and
and then I want some version of a Ted Lasso where somebody's sitting there and they're a veteran player, right, in football, and they're like, "Oh, I guess I got to go play now in Europe." Like that.
Yeah.
And then the jokes, ha 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 ha, he's saying that because European football's awful, like they do with us in soccer.
What do you mean?
They do that in a lot of sports.
Soccer is in America is very important. It's very.
I'm not saying it's not important.
It's very. What are you implying, Anthony?
We're not good at it, relatively speaking.
To the rest of the world?
Yeah, to the rest of the world.
Well, what do you think of... Okay, never mind. I'll leave that alone.
The rest of the world thinks that MLS soccer is one big joke. And I want...
Do they?
I want people...
Anthony, I think there might be some people in this country that feel that too.
What?
Not me, though.
Of course, not us. Not us.
People. Other Americans.
So I just kind of want that, the bitter version of me.
Well, Anthony,
there was that for football.
There was a coach back in the day, this documentary that I saw, and that the team had a motto that it's not worth winning if you can't win big.
Right. And he won a lot.
He did, but he did lose one time.
Well, he lost one time.
To his former player.
Because that kid who averaged about 16 goals a game couldn't put the biscuit in the basket one time.
Yeah, he hit the post. Mm-hmm. Went down against Pennywise.
Yeah, he did.
Couldn't score.
Yep. Then they couldn't win an OT. That's a joke. Yeah.
It's tough.
Anyways, thanks for listening to me, guys. And that thought that just popped in to my head. Walrus King says, we're not bad at soccer. You're right, Walrus King. We just haven't won.
Yeah, we got excited when we tied the Brits a couple of years ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, at least I was.
Why do you think they're going to be good?
I don't know. You know what? Here's what we should be doing. We should be talking about women's soccer.
Yeah, they're really good.
We're damn good. Yeah.
We're like one of the best, if not the best, Anthony.
Could the women's join the... You know what? Never mind. Let's not. I'm not going to do that. A lot of hardworking people out there playing that football. Mm-hmm. All right. Nice job, guys. Really nice job. Is winning a Super Bowl a quarterback stat? Believe it or not, one outstanding defensive end believes that. We'll jump into that next. You'll hear the audio here on 101 ESPN. Well, we got the big game coming up this weekend, and you want to play on Underdog because you can win a bunch of money. Get your entries right. You can win up to 5,000 times your cash. What I mean by that is entries. Just choose whether or not players will go higher or lower on their stats. One of the plays I absolutely love this week is Drake May to go lower on his passing yard total. The last time I saw it, it was 220.5. I'll choose lower on that. Got a tough matchup. I also like Sam Darnold to go higher than 19.5 completions. With the way the Seahawks have tend to throw short, I think they'll put the ball in the air enough for Sam Darnold to get some completions and rack up at least 20. A couple of my picks. If you want to add it to your card, great. They got new promos dropping daily in the app, so if you're making entries and winning money, Underdog is, or you like making entries and winning money, Underdog is the best place to play the big game this weekend. Download the app today. Use my promo code Anthony when they ask for it. Then you're going to score $75 in fantasy bonus entries when you play your first $5 on fantasy. That promo code, Anthony, at Underdog, where you can make plays and win money. Must be 18 or older and present in Missouri. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/playing. Get terms _DFS_.html. For details concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncbgambling.org. It's a Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Kerry Davis, Andrew Marsh, Anthony Stalter. So, Marsh, you pulled some audio from Cam Jordan, one of the best defensive ends over the last decade or so with the New Orleans Saints. And Cam Jordan was actually talking about whether or not quarterback is a Super Bowl stat, and he brought up one player specifically, one quarterback specifically. Here's Cam Jordan.
Of these three, with the situations they're in next year, which has a better shot at getting to the Super Bowl? Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson.
I mean, Joe Burrow has proven he can get to the Super Bowl. I would love to see Lamar Jackson get to the Super Bowl. Josh Allen, if I thought anything, I thought this was the year.
Yeah, of course.
I said, they're all out. All these guys are out. It's his time. And he proved what I thought about him. He plays excellent during season. He shows up. He is Superman. And at the same time, he can't win those big games right now. Again, he can always switch up the narrative years from now to next year, whatever that is. But right now, I'm turning around and I'm looking at Lamar Jackson. Hey, you've got Zay Flowers now. You've got Kyle Hamilton now. You've got, you got a D-line with John Jenkins in there. Let's draft you an edge. You have Marlon Humphreys. You have these players. You have the ability. For me, Lamar Jackson.
All right, so, Carey, you have often said, and I agree with you, that winning a Super Bowl, it's a team sport.
Correct.
But here you have a defensive end of all positions and players that says, quarterback, winning a Super Bowl, it's a quarterback stat. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I still think it's a team game. Like, your team has to perform well in order for you to win. You talk about, like, you can talk about Lamar, and if you talk about a couple of years ago in the AFC Championship, Zay Flowers fumbles on the 1-yard line, lose the ball, Kansas City Chiefs recover it, they go down and score, game, right? You can talk about the year after, divisional round versus the Bills, hit Mark Andrews right in the chest, drops the ball, 2-point conversion, no good, you lose the game. Lamar Jackson also fumbled in that game. Don't want to, excuse him for his mishaps as well, but I think it is a team game. I think what Cam is saying, and I don't want to put words in his mouth, but what it sounds like to me is Josh Allen just really got Josh Allen. Joe Burrow got Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, but he ain't got no defense to help him. Lamar Jackson has the better team because he mentioned other teammates that are there to assist. Zay Flowers, Kyle Hamilton, you got guys there. You have the better team. Mm-hmm. So as the quarterback with the better team, you should be the one that wins the championship or put yourself in position to win that championship. I don't think Josh Allen has enough around him to win. And so you see efforts from him that make you say, well, why in the hell is he doing that? Right before half, what are you doing? Turn the ball over, field goal. Uh-oh. Didn't mean to do that. Yeah. Mistake. Definitely was. So I think that when you're looking at the teams and you're looking at those specific quarterbacks, Lamar Jackson has the better team around him. Mm-hmm. The other quarterbacks got good players, but I think the better team is for Lamar.
I thought it was funny that he mentioned all these things that Josh Allen can't do, but then was like sort of hyping up Lamar Jackson, who also hasn't done any of those things.
Right, yeah.
He didn't even make the playoffs this year.
I mean, Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson are kind of tied together because we all see the ability. We all see the talents, yet they just haven't gotten over the hump. And this should have been the year where one of them, with the way the Chiefs are down, one of them get in and actually make some noise. And instead, it's a rookie. I'm sorry, it's a second-year quarterback in Drake May.
There's a part of me that is actually, for the sake of just sports, I'm kind of happy that those guys didn't make it this year. I feel like one of them has to take down Patrick Mahomes.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
It just feels right, at least for me.
Yeah.
In order to get there, you got to take down the guy or the team that has ultimately been that blockade for you.
Mm-hmm. Like Joe Burrow took down Patrick Mahomes.
For sure. At one point, Manning had to take down Brady.
Yeah.
It had to happen.
It had to happen, right.
So,
yeah. Boy, I still remember that game, too. That's a good point. It kind of reminds me of basketball, early 90s basketball, late 80s basketball to 90s basketball, where you had just the dominance of certain teams, and you had to go through them to earn your spot. Like the Pistons had to go through the Celtics in order to win their championship. The Bulls and MJ beat up constantly by the Pistons. They had to go through the Pistons in order to win it. And then nobody beat the Bulls, but you get the idea. So I like your point there, Marsh. You're right.
There, and this is obviously apples to oranges, but I felt the same way. And I thought it was sort of poetic for when the Blues beat the Bruins to win their first Stanley Cup, where we've seen in the 2000s, this century, that St. Louis has not fared well against Boston sports, whether it was 2004 or against the Red Sox, against the Patriots in the Super Bowl, against the Red Sox again. Even going all the way back from when the Blues lost to the Bruins all those years ago. Like, it felt poetic that in order for them to win their first Stanley Cup, they had to beat a Boston team.
Yeah, I like that. I actually thought when the Blues beat the Blackhawks finally and they got through them and they wound up losing to, I think, the Sharks in the next round, I kind of thought like
2 rounds. They beat Dallas.
They beat Dallas. Yes, thank you. Sorry. In the Western Conference Finals, they lost to that Brent Burns team and Joe Thornton. I thought when they got past the Blackhawks, I'm like, okay, they finally they got that monkey off their back. They're moving forward.
Same season too, right? Like a couple of years prior, the season that you're talking about, Blues could not beat the Sharks, who ultimately go to the Stanley Cup. They lose to the Penguins. Who do they have to beat to get to the Stanley Cup? The Sharks.
Good call. All right, it's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. 101 ESPN has your shot to score a pair of tickets to the Sunset Hills Subaru Blues Alumni Experience at Mardi Gras next Saturday, February 14th in Soulard. The Blues Alumni Experience puts you in a heated tent right on the parade route with premium drinks, great food, live music, and most importantly, meet and greets with St. Louis Blues legends. Contest winners must be 21 and up. Find all the details and a bonus chance to win free passes to the Blues Alumni Experience at 101ESPN.com or on the 101 mobile app. Speaking of the Blues, we asked Chris Kerber who's going to win this Super Bowl. And after he said, who's in it? Then he gave us his pick. Who did Chris Kerber say was going to win the Super Bowl, or at least who he's rooting for? Text that in. Air Comfort Service text line 314-399-9646. If you're the 101st texter with the correct answer, you will get the final pair of tickets to the Blues Alumni Experience Mardi Gras next week. We've got biggest question of the day, and Marsh has been real excited to give us this question. It's from a texter. That's next on 101 ESPN.
Anthony, I've been listening. I always listen to you. You and Jamie gave me good.
You do?
Yeah, always. You told me. You said, Carey, you look tired. You look fatigued. You need to go see Mantel. You need to go down there and tell him how you're feeling. You want to get rid of your dad bod because we talked about getting in the weight room, getting back in the gym and feeling how we used to feel when we were 25, 35. Mentality has helped me. They are going to help me. I know they've been helping you. And you get down there, you talk to the people, you get your blood drawn, and you feel much better. And that's where I'm headed. And I know you're already there now.
It's awesome, man. I love Mentality. I love what they've done. It's easy. Just sit down with one of their board-certified physicians, and they're so nice, too. They're so friendly. And they've seen it all, too, so don't feel like you're walking in there, I'm like, oh, this is something that doesn't affect anybody. No, it affects CD, affects me, other men. As we get older, guys, look, the testosterone levels drop, and then you start to feel fatigued. You start to feel tired all the time, like CD just described. It certainly affected me, where I just didn't even have the motivation to get inside the gym. With Mentality's help, they have Everything that you need right there within their 2 locations, one in Chesterfield, one in South County. You jump on their program, and all of a sudden you start to feel like, man, I can run through a wall.
Definitely.
I feel great.
Mentality starts by listening. They run real labs. They give you real results, and they'll tell you exactly what you need. And those labs right now, all new patient labs will be covered in your treatment plan. That's a saving of $250 right out of the gate, Anthony. Everyone will love that. If you're ready to get started like Anthony did, like I did, we can go to lowtusa.com. Stop in or go to lowtusa.com and schedule your appointment, and they can get you taken care of down there at Mentality.
It's time for the Fast Lane's biggest question of the day. Presented by Banner Construction, the experts in James Hardy siding.
5:07, your time check is brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler with Kerry Davis. I'm Anthony Stalter. Jamie Rivers will be back with us tomorrow, but Andrew Marsh is with us right now, and he's got the biggest question of the day.
All right, gentlemen, earlier, not too long ago, we were talking about the Super Bowl and whether or not it featured enough stars for the casual football fan or even enough stars for people that just love football, right? Mm-hmm. Is this a compelling matchup? Well, we got a text into the Air Comfort Service text line, 309. So if we need star players in the big game, then you guys agree that the Dodgers should be in the World Series every year.
Man, if I smoked cigarettes, I would smoke one right now. That texter, they get it. I kick my feet up. If I smoked cigarettes, I'd just smoke one and just let you folks talk about it. What say you, Anthony? You need stars to get people involved in your game? Of course you do.
Marsh, can you write
this?
The
LA Dodgers are here to help.
Can you write this down? 508 25 2026. I'd like to report a murder.
Who's gonna die?
Context died today. Do we need stars to win a Super Bowl? No. Or to watch Super Bowl? No.
Yeah, you do.
Are there stars? No. I'm going to watch every damn snap of that Super Bowl on Sunday. Do you know why?
Because you love football.
Because I love football,
Yeah.
and these two teams played under the same or similar circumstances to get to where they are. Do I need a star to watch the game? Nah. Would I prefer some? So actually, honestly, no. I don't even care because I think Jackson Smith and Jigba is an incredible player. I enjoy Sam Darnold's
You love football,
career trajectory to this point, right?
You know, Drake May went to North Carolina.
I know when Matt Collins went to North Carolina. Now.
Didn't know it before.
No.
But
Mike
the casual
Vrabel.
fan, Ohio State, the casual fan might not know.
No.
I mean,
But I don't need stars to watch.
Yes.
Foosball.
We got a couple of texts saying that must have been CD's burner phone.
I think it was. And I think we need to
there's
look
only
it up.
one text
I think we need to look it
on
up.
the thread.
Yeah. But yeah, context was absolutely murdered by that person, that individual. Yeah.
You know what, Anthony? There are stars that exist on other teams, too. In Major League Baseball. It is possible.
Yeah. The Tigers just signed one today.
Yeah, they did.
You know? And another one won arbitration.
I'll give you Scooble.
You don't think Framber
Valdez is a star?
You don't think he's a star?
He was a star a couple years ago.
I think he's a star. I don't know. Marsh, help me out on this.
Like Nick Castellanos is a star.
Yeah,
is that a good comp?
You know, James Conner's a star. Yeah?
James Conn?
No, Connor.
Oh, I thought you said James Conn.
He's a football coach.
He was a damn good coach.
Yeah, he was.
You ever seen that many people show up for a science project?
Does that many people show up to playing? What a line. Because he's right.
Yeah. It's so right.
Football coach, wrote children's books.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he wasn't very good.
No, he had
a lot of help.
He had to bring in Miles Finch.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, if his team did his damn job, they wouldn't have to do that. Yeah. Where am I?
You were telling me how vulnerable you were being in the last segment, Anthony. What's more vulnerable though than a peach?
That's a good point. Anyways, no, I don't need stars for the Super
But you'd like.
Nah, I don't care. I don't care.
You would.
What's more important, stars or compelling storylines?
I would say compelling storylines.
I don't pay attention to the storylines.
What?
I know you do. I'm not really.
Life revolves around
Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold's a storyline. You know his career.
Is he going to throw the ball to the other team?
He might.
That's the only thing I care about. Okay. I don't give a damn how long it took. I mean, it's cool. It's cool. I don't give a damn that he saw Ghost in New York. I think he was in New York.
That's part of
he
the
was playing
story,
for New York.
though.
I don't know where he was.
He was.
Were they in New York?
They were playing New England.
Patriots.
He was seeing ghosts.
Wow.
I didn't give a damn
How
about
poetic
that.
is that, Carey?
Yeah.
The team that he was seeing ghost against is the team that he can beat in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, not for me.
And you know what he can also do? Bring in the city.
Yep.
Thank you.
Avenge the Seahawks.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
And you know what? Maybe they'll run the ball at the goal line if they have the chance.
Now, Mike McDonald's tired of answering that question, but nonetheless, Carey, we're talking storylines. We're talking storylines.
Only storyline I care about is how the game goes. Win, loss, interception, fumble, turn the ball over, take care of the ball, score touchdowns, kick field goals, punts. It's the only storyline. That's the when I watch. So the storyline for me is I can go to ESPN and I can go to the box score and I go play by play.
You're a box score guy.
That's the storyline. That's the only storyline I need to see. When I see the play-by-play, if I see a team on there, they got 3 plays, punt, then the next time they get the ball, 3 plays, punt, and then the next time they get the ball, 3 plays, punt, team probably going to lose. That's the storyline that I pay attention to. When I'm watching that game, I don't give a damn, what the hell Sam Darnold has been through up until that point. Is he locked in tonight? It's the only thing I'm watching, man. It's the only thing I'm watching.
That's tough.
That's life.
You were honest a couple of segments ago.
I'm being honest now.
I like the other version of the honesty.
You're unbelievable. You must eat your chicken strips without any sauce.
Nah.
You sauceless eater?
You a sauceless
that's
chicken
weird.
strip eater?
Okay.
Nah, I don't want to knock anybody that doesn't, but nah.
You gotta have sauce.
Gotta have sauce. That's like drinking decaf coffee, and if you drink decaf coffee, I am
why?
deathly afraid of you.
I could go for some right now.
Decaf?
No, not decaf.
Okay, I was about to say. I'm not drinking coffee if it's not full of
Just
caffeine.
saying. You worry me.
Yeah.
Iced decaf coffee?
Nah.
You might know what you do in your spare time, sir, ma'am.
I think we can guess. A lot of it's done in the basement. You know what I mean?
Anthony, here's my storyline because I'm a Vikings fan. Obviously, there's a Sam Darnold component.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, they could have re-signed him. Who knows where they'll be if they
Probably
still
should
him.
have.
Probably should have. Hindsight's 2020. Here's the other side of the coin, though. The Vikings were very interested in trading up to acquire New England's draft pick to draft Drake May. That did not go through. It did not work. For whatever reason, it didn't work. So the guy that they wanted wasn't available.
Patriots told you to go chase
Exactly,
yourself.
and they made the right decision.
Yeah.
So there's that aspect. The guy that they wanted in the draft. Instead, they took a different guy, stuck with that guy over the guy who they had, who's now playing in the Super Bowl. So both of those quarterbacks are playing. Those are my
it's tough,
storylines.
Yeah. Sorry.
Carey's a box score guy.
Man.
Well, I'm a watch the game kind of guy. See how it unfolds. I don't think that Sam Darnold lost in the playoffs last year to the Rams, or that he was no longer with the Minnesota Vikings. I don't think that matters on Sunday. I don't think it matters at all. I don't think he's going to be thinking.
It doesn't matter for the game.
I don't think he's going to be thinking about Kevin O'Connell and what they got going. Oh, Mensah just got fired. I wonder how he's doing. If he would have kept me, he'd probably still have a job. I don't think Sam Darnold thought about it one time.
Nobody's saying that.
That's the storyline you all want me to hear.
Whatever. Whatever, dude. All right, let's move on. We got part one of our Sports Six Pack coming up. 314-399-9646 is the Air Comfort Service text line. So you got any questions? We got a two-parter coming up for the Sports Six Pack, so send them in now. And we'll get to them next on 101 ESPN. This month at Auto Centers Nissan, they're clearing inventory fast, and those who wait, you're going to miss out. Auto Centers has over 1,000 new and used vehicles all in one massive location right off I-55 in Herculaneum, Missouri, just minutes from South County. Offers are aggressive right now. Select new Nissan models get 0 payments for 6 months, 0 money down, and 0% APR for 60 months. That's 3 zeros and thousands in immediate savings. And Auto Centers Nissan is also offering deep price cuts across the entire new Nissan lineup, making this one of the strongest buying windows of the year. Every new Nissan comes with a 30-day return promise, giving you confidence after the sale. And every financed new or used vehicle includes complimentary walkaway finance protection, which helps defend you from negative loan equity if life changes unexpectedly. Inventory is moving quickly. Selection is shrinking. Shop now at AutoCentersNissan.com, or when you visit them in Herculaneum, tell them Anthony Stalter sent you. It is Auto Centers Nissan, Herculaneum.
It's time for the Fast Lane to answer your sports questions.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
Asking me all these weird questions.
Answer the question.
Answer the question.
Answer me!
Refreshed by Urban Chestnut. Urban Chestnut Swickle Light Premium Light Beer. Live your lifestyle, St. Louis.
It's the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Time for the Sports Six-Pack, Part 1. Air Comfort Service text line is 314-399-9646 if you want to send us some questions. Marche, fire away.
Question number 1.
All right. We were talking some soccer earlier, and little Jackie's Rolling Papers wants to know, what would you guys call the bigger upset? The USA men's hockey team winning in 1980 or a current U.S. men's soccer team winning gold?
Hockey.
Or I'll even throw the FIFA World Cup, too. So either one.
It's a really good question. I'd still have to go hockey because of the fact that those players were obviously they weren't professional. So I still got to go hockey. Plus, there's just I don't want anything to take away from that story.
Right. The storyline.
The storyline, absolutely. Yeah. Coupled with the box score makes it just a legendary upset. I will say this. And then, Marsh, the way you're laughing, I feel like you kind of you understand where I'm going with this.
No, I just I will say anytime you bring up soccer, Anthony, your takes, they're just mint.
Spot on.
Mint.
The U.S. men's soccer team winning anything of significance, I would be, I would be elated.
You'd be thrilled?
I'd be thrilled. And the reason for that is because we haven't seen it. You know?
Like, we haven't seen it.
I haven't seen a unicorn, and I haven't seen the men's U.S. national team do a damn thing.
I think they have won before, though.
Oh, yeah. You know, I'm talking about in my lifetime.
Gotcha. Okay. I just want to clarify.
Did they?
I think they won in like the 30s.
Sure.
I could be mistaken.
Yeah. I'm talking about my lifetime. So
the 1930s?
Yeah, but apparently there was not 1930s. I don't know. I've been told. Yeah.
Told you when I was coaching high school, the kids used to say, "Man, you were born in the late 1900s?" I said, "Get the hell out of my office."
You out
now.
Did you have fun? Get out. You get out. Me? Yes, you get out.
Get the hell out of my office.
Yeah. Yeah. Nobody says that. Okay.
Yeah, maybe I made that up.
Yeah, I don't think they've won. I don't think we've won a damn thing.
Oh, here we go. U.S. did win silver and bronze in
yeah. We were talking about gold.
1904?
1904?
Is that what I'm reading right now? Well, how can you win two medals?
Soccer's got goofy awards.
I don't know. I just, you know what? I try to give us a win.
Some of these leagues crown championships with no playoffs, no nothing. Just you won the regular season, you did it.
Maybe
what are we doing here?
I'm thinking of a different sport.
Maybe. Yeah. I'm sure they've won something, but
like a championship?
The one they made up.
They've won the CONCACAF Gold Cup multiple times.
There it is. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, it would be absolutely shocking if I ever saw it. That and a unicorn. And I'm not talking about Kyle Pitts.
Kristaps Porzingis?
Or him. I'm talking about an actual unicorn.
Like in real life?
Yes.
Because there's some movies.
Not a movie.
Okay.
Not a documentary.
Okay. The latest unicorn I've seen was in Harry Potter.
Nope. Again, doesn't count.
It says best result is third place in 1930.
1930, third place. Okay.
Okay, so yeah, I was on to something. The 30s.
Best result. Hold on. Okay, so World Cup best result, third place 1930. Okay. Olympic Games best result, silver medal 1904.
Okay.
CONCACAF best result championship 1991, 2002, 2005, 2007, 2013.
You hear all those dates?
2017, 2021.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
CONCACAF Championship Gold Cup, and then they have the CONCACAF Nations League, where the best result is champions 21, 23, 24. Is this right?
I'm not hearing any World Cups.
You're probably not going to hear it.
Okay.
Copa America, best result. Fourth place, 1995 and 2016.
Great.
And then the Confederations Cup, you runner-up in 2009.
All right.
I think this is, we'll go with that for now until we are proven otherwise.
So it's been a minute.
Been a while. Oh, no, here, it's right here.
Question number 2.
We're good. Good job, guys.
All right. From the 314, would you be more surprised if Jordan Bennington plays phenomenal in the Olympics or lays a big turd?
Plays phenomenal. I was going to ask that question about any of the Blues players that are in the Olympics. Like, if they play outstanding, is that like a... do you look at that and say, man, these guys can play when they play around better players? Or do you just say, what the fast lane? Why don't they do that for us?
I think it could be a combination of both.
I wouldn't be surprised if some of these guys played better. I really wouldn't. I think the team is the problem. I think the collection is the problem.
As a whole?
As a whole, Jamie. Yeah. It's kind of like Luke Voigt being traded to the Yankees. He slot him between Stanton and Judge, and he's starting to hit better. And everybody's like, how did this happen? He's hitting between two studs.
That matter?
Yeah, it matters.
Just ask.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to yell at you. You're right. I didn't mean to yell at you.
That was the same tone apparently I used yesterday.
You did, man. You did. That was, it took me, I didn't listen to any music or anything when I went home. I just kind of just drove home and just blank stared after that verbal beating I took yesterday from you. All right. Let's carry over the Sports Six Pack next on 101 ESPN.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. Blues lose to the Dallas Stars last night by a final score of 5-4. They are now off for the Olympic break. Not tomorrow, but Saturday we'll have Purdue and Oregon, some college hoops for you. Pregame starts at 11:45. Tip-off is at noon. Following that, later in the night, some NBA action as the Lakers take on Carey's Golden State Warriors. Pregame starts at 7, tip-off at 7:30. And then, of course, Sunday we'll have Super Bowl 60 between the Patriots and the Seahawks. Pregame starts at 11 a.m. Kickoff is at 5:30. We have part 2 of our Sports Six-Pack coming up next, so get your questions into the Air Comfort Service text line, 314-399-9646. Part 2 is next. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center Update is brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
It's time for the Fast Lane to answer your sports questions.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
Asking me all these weird questions.
Answer the question.
Answer the question.
Answer me!
Refreshed by Urban Chestnut. Urban Chestnut Swickle Light Premium Light Beer. Live your lifestyle, St. Louis.
Part 2 of the Sports Six-Pack is now. So if you have any questions, plenty of time, 314-399-9646. That's our Air Comfort Service text line. Marsh, question 3, please.
Question number 3.
Bill and Ted on Broadway wants to know, do you think All-Star games are outdated? They made sense back when that was pretty much the only time you could see stars from other teams, but in a time when you can log on or turn on the TV and see games or highlights 24/7, do they really make sense? Your thoughts?
Couldn't agree more. I echoed similar thoughts yesterday. I think they're what this texter just said is absolutely 100% spot on. Yeah. I think you could see stars back in the day that you wouldn't otherwise see, but with the emergence, of course, of the last many years when it comes to highlights and technology, everything's at your fingertips now. I think the what's the word I'm looking for? The allure is not there anymore.
Agreed. We talked about it yesterday. We may be getting towards the point where, All-Star games are kind of dwindling down. I didn't even know who the hell knew that the Pro Bowl was on a Tuesday night. And why was
I
it?
didn't. Yeah.
Why the hell? I thought I missed it Sunday, and they were like, Tuesday night.
Where were they playing at?
I have no idea. Somebody's garage, I think.
It was like some convention center or something.
Was it Vegas?
San Francisco.
Was it San Francisco? I don't know where they were. I don't know what city they were in. I don't know why they did it on a Tuesday.
Probably save money.
Save money for what?
For who? Themselves. I don't know.
We know what they're trying to do is trying to get in on that Maction money. You should be careful, because if they're going to be doing those Pro Bowls on Tuesdays, next thing you know, Tuesday night Tuesday night football, and Maction is squarely competing versus the juggernaut that is the NFL.
Wow.
That's where you're wrong, Carey, because the NFL wouldn't be competing with Maction. There is no compete.
Oh.
Tuesdays and Wednesday nights in November belong to Maction. You really think Bowling Green and Toledo, they're gonna shake in their boots?
Nope, not at all.
For Chiefs Raiders? I don't think so.
Not Chiefs Raiders, no. But there's some games it could be. But never mind. You're right. What do I know?
You think Akron and Kent State is going to be nervous about Bengals and Browns?
Not Bengals and Browns. Maybe Bengals and Ravens.
You think Central Western on a Tuesday night at Kelly Short Stadium in Mount Pleasant really going to have any concerns about Ravens Steelers?
Yeah, they should.
I don't think so.
Yeah. It would be nice to have something to watch on those nights.
Yeah. Marshy said it. I didn't.
What?
You're already watching Action.
I did watch a fourth quarter and watched a guy skip a 7-yard pass into the ground.
Yeah.
I did watch that. That was matching.
You can watch NFL quarterbacks do that too, Marsh. What is your point?
I'm just telling you what I
like your
watched.
attitude right now.
I'm not trying to make a point. I'm just saying that's what I watched.
That's the only action you took part in?
Yeah.
Wow.
I was busy those other nights.
Playing video games over action?
I don't play video games at that time of the night.
No, that's much later. That's much later, Anthony. You got stuff to do at 7 p.m. It's not till like 1 a.m. that the video games kick off.
Oh, my bad. Well, you got plenty of time to watch action.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? I don't like where this is going. So just fire up the next.
Anthony, I'm not going to watch any of the other Maction games if Central Michigan's not playing.
Okay, that's fair. I can understand that. I can understand that.
You know why?
Fire up chips.
Because it's great. To be
a Central Michigan man is great. To be a Central Michigan man.
Yeah. It doesn't work.
Question number 4.
No, it doesn't.
All right, from the 314, if Mizzou was having the same season as SLU is now, people in town would be much more excited. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, wider audience, bigger audience, sure. I don't think that. I mean, Mizzou's a bigger school overall.
I said wider.
Yeah, a wider, like a wider.
It's fine. Yeah, I got you.
Oh, what? Did you say a wider? Talking basketball.
All right. Well,
I didn't think I said wider. We're talking hoops. No, wider. Like a wider reach. Mizzou, bigger program. There's a lot of fans that didn't go to Columbia, and you don't root on Mizzou.
Hey, man, if you want a team to root for and you don't want to root for SLU, that orange and blue looks damn good, baby. Just saying. Gonna be a number 1 seed, Anthony.
I believe that.
We are.
They're looking good, man.
Balling.
Yeah, you are. I feel you.
You gotta hate on Illinois. You know what I mean?
I don't.
Not you, but others. The others.
What do they know?
Who knows?
Other people.
If you watch that Mizzou-Illinois game, you should be cheering for Illinois. Boy, they beat the hell out of them guys. Mizzou plays in a real conference. Stop it, Grant. Francis fan club.
A real conference. That's funny.
Maybe in football, but
maybe not.
Big Ten basketball is legit.
It's a
I
real
would
deal.
say.
Nebraska's got a good team.
I would say both conferences in both sports are very legit.
I agree.
Oh, Mac, but go ahead, Marsh.
Question number 5.
All right, from 618, if Dustin May is dealing near the deadline, do you guys think he'd be more of a trade piece or a candidate for an extension?
Trade piece, 100%.
Anthony wants to trade everybody.
Dude, you sign him. He's a reclamation project. He pitches out of his ass for a couple of months. Yeah, you did dangle him at the deadline. What are we doing here, Harry? Yes, of course. No, you have to trade him.
Okay.
You're going to sign him to an extension? You're going to block some of these young guys you're acquiring?
Nobody? Who you blocking?
Liam Doyle.
Liam Doyle's going to be here playing as well. Him and JJ going to be on the opening day roster. Maybe not both of them.
Durangelo Sainja.
He's going to be pitching too.
You only got 5 spots, Carey.
Who?
Can't pitch them all.
Anthony, do tell.
Matthew McGreevy.
Who? Michael's brother?
I just combined Matthew Liberatore with Michael McGreevy.
Matthew McGreevy is actually another beat writer alongside Ben Herrera.
Yeah.
Yes. Yvonne's brother. You trade him.
Okay.
Yeah. Get the most out of him. Trade him.
Anthony doesn't
sign him to a contract
Anthony
extension?
doesn't want the team to do well.
I do.
Nah, he doesn't.
You were being mean earlier about it.
No, I wasn't. I warned you guys what I was about to say. And I wasn't being mean.
I wasn't being mean. I warned you.
I wasn't.
I told you what I was going to say.
I told you. You weren't going to like it. Nevertheless, it was still true. Trade him. Go ahead, Mark.
You say so.
Are we on question 6?
Yep.
Question number 6.
All right, Tim's offshore bookie wants to know, Washington, Missouri billionaire David Hoffman said after the deal goes through to acquire the Pittsburgh Penguins, he'd like to expand his professional sports portfolio by acquiring the St. Louis Cardinals. Do you think the DeWitts would sell, and would it be good for the franchise to move into a new leadership group?
Depends on what the leadership is. I think you could do a hell of a lot worse than the DeWitts, and you might do better.
How do you...
They care.
You can't make somebody sell something.
No. But if they're interested in selling, and I have no concrete evidence that they are or aren't, but they are or not. They are or are not.
There you go.
Are you or are you not a narc?
No.
Okay.
Are you
going to the mall later? All right.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. The mall? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's a lot of malls. It's very sad,
dude.
man.
I used to love going to the mall.
Oh, man. In the 90s.
Walk around, see the girl you like. You know?
You used to go to Northwest Plaza, Anthony, and they had the Tilt. Video games.
Nice.
Games in the plaza. Sure. You have a good time.
Mall was awesome.
Dropped off at the mall, man. Be there for hours.
That was the spot.
Go to the movies, peruse the mall, go to the Tilt, be in there.
Hours.
You'd be there all day, man.
Days, even.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good times.
Man,
great oldies.
Just walk in there and not buy anything.
Sure.
Just walk around.
Yeah. That's why they're closing now. They're just going hang out in the hallway.
There's a group of twins that I believe built mini malls.
Minnesota twins?
No, not those twins.
More expensive twins?
You're on the right track with baseball. They built mini malls.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. All right. Group of kids.
Interesting.
Grew up, used to play on a sandlot, Anthony.
Oh.
I believe it was them that they created the
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
One of them disappeared. Really got into this. The 70s. Disappeared.
It's wild.
Or 60s? 60s.
I don't know. Either way, though, he did disappear.
He did. Yep. All right. Let's wrap up the show next. I have no idea what we just talked about. Do what? To what we learned. 3 stars of the day. Try to put a bow on this fantastic show next on 101 ESPN. missed anything from today's show, you can always download the podcast available at 101ESPN.com or via the Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. All the podcast brought to you by Schaefer Door Company. Trying to find out what everybody learned today. Marsh, what did you learn today?
Not much of a learning. Well, I guess it was a learning thing, but just something that I got wrong. The brothers, they're not twins in the Sandlot. They're brothers.
Right.
Not twins. I said they're twins.
That's okay, man.
No, I'm kind of beating myself.
Don't do that to yourself,
I've seen the movie so many times, Anthony.
Yeah, well, listen, it can happen to anybody. Don't be doing that. Carey, what'd you learn?
I learned that, all championships are better when you have stars.
True.
All championships.
Okay.
You got superstars. Name brand. You know what I mean? People you know.
Mm-hmm.
You root for them. You cheer for them. Want those guys and gals to win.
The Dallas Stars won last night.
Yeah, they did, unfortunately.
They were playing the Blues, and it
certainly
was tied with a minute left. Of course they won.
Yep, of course. Of course. What I learned today is that the White Sox now have a bidet.
Nice.
Marsh shared that knowledge with us earlier. I did not know that. All right, Marsh. Got some criticism, compliments. You want to go 3 stars? It's completely up to you. I don't want to throw you off and have you yell at me.
No, it's fine. No, that was more of a yesterday kind of thing.
Okay.
Bach Hogg says in the Snake Pit, have a good night, guys.
You too.
Thank you.
Now, Hogg, I will throw it out to you because I know you not a fan of the NFL. Tomorrow is the Friday before the Super Bowl, so there's going to be
kind of a big day.
Yeah, kind of no Blues game, thank God, and no, likely no Cardinals trades again. So we will be talking about some Super Bowl stuff tomorrow. So just throwing it out there because I like you, pal.
Just make sure that you know.
Yeah.
Curb Stomp says another banger today. Thank you for letting me participate in your show with Bet the Board.
Of course.
Let's Fastlane go Marshy. Yeah.
Oh, it's Marshy's guy.
Yeah. This one's funny. From the 314, I learned today that Carey is a much better looking bald man than I am. Thanks a lot, YouTube. Good for you, Carey.
I appreciate it.
Man.
Thank you. You probably
was nice.
Handsome lad yourself. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right.
It's time for the Fast Lane's 3 Stars of the Day, presented by Circus Sports. No bet fees ever with the world's largest sports book, now at your fingertips in Illinois and Missouri.
Our 3rd star of the day is going to go out to Storylines and Superstars.
Yeah.
3rd star.
What makes a Super Bowl?
2nd star of the day goes out to the Mac.
You better be careful, man.
You better believe that and mean that, Marsh.
There's a reason why I put it as the 2nd star.
Thank you.
You don't seem so thrilled, though. Yeah.
Like he won, like he expected it to be the 1st star.
No, just Carey's clap seemed a little sarcastic.
You didn't clap for your action. Hell, somebody had to.
Listen to your clap.
Our 1st star of the day goes out to Duels.
Yeah.
Duels, yeah.
Carey found a possible law in Texas that allows you to challenge somebody to do a duel. Now, he doesn't know what website that was or if it was
Be careful, I'm not
legit.
a lawyer.
Yeah.
And this is not law advice.
Yeah.
We're not lawyers or pretend to be.
Can't believe everything you see on the line, Anthony.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
On the interwebs.
On the iNet. Yeah, that should have been the 1st star, to be honest. The old iNet.
Oh, good. All right, I think we got instant replay coming up. So everybody enjoy the rest of their night. Thursday night, no Blues. Just a little college basketball. No local college basketball, though. Some NBA. I'm sure, Carey, you're going to be tuned in for that.
Yeah.
Although you're disappointed because no Greek freak, so I get it.
Maybe this
are
offseason.
Warriors.
It happened.
Yeah, never know. All right, for Andrew Marsh, for Carey Rivers, Carey Davis, Jamie Rivers, and Anthony Stalter. See ya.